This Saturday night. The Bulls beat the Jazz 119-117 last night. DeMar DeRozan had 29 points. Chicago remains in the hunt for a playoff spot. They've won 2 in a row. They're 9th in the East with a 2-game advantage over 10th place Atlanta. The White Sox and Bears reportedly have talked about teaming up in what's being called a financing partnership as both teams look to build new stadiums and will likely have their hands out for public tax subsidies. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my Cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial. Must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Picture this. It's Saturday morning and you're on your John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground on your new landscaping project. Next, you're moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever. And now, you're enjoying the warmth of the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand everything you can do with a John Deere compact tractor, you just have to get in the seat. Learn.
For local information and fun times in the mornings, listen to Marky B and Larry Jones on the first shift.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help you.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
You can't haze. You'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did,
yeah,
good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN. Rooted in their family Mexican history, churros are made daily with love. Churros and Chocolate at 2533 West Algonquin Road has churros made from family recipes with care and fresh each day with delicious fillings. There's also the Frida Cafe where you can relax and catch up with a friend while having a warm drink. Try Churros and Chocolate specialty churros, the churro sundae, or take home a churro cake. Visit churros, the letter Y, chocolateinc.com.
The Radio Shopping Show is sponsored by WRMN and the businesses where the certificates mentioned on this program may be redeemed. Welcome to the Radio Shopping Show, the most amazing show on the radio. The Radio Shopping Show is a fun and unique way to save 40, 50, 60% or even more on travel destinations, family or fine dining, entertainment, auto services, plus thousands of other items. To participate on the Radio Shopping Show, simply call area code 847-931-1410. 931-1410. Questions about various merchandise and how to shop with us are welcome as well. Or go to our website, www.WRMN1410.com. Now, let's save money with the Radio Shopping Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to WRMN. This is Leah back. For those of you who I have not had the chance to chat with, hopefully you are loving the new changes, getting excited about new format. Also for individuals out there, do I have that one on there right now? Double click it. Yay! All right, so this is the accurate one right there, and we're learning together. Isn't it fun? I told you it was going to be a fun 3 hours. The only thing that I don't do is have audio in my ears. So if I take it, got it up there, all that is the same. So yay, we're back. Now we are rolling. Well, welcome everybody again. We're going to be here for the next 3 hours taking on the new shift. Give me some feedback. Are you digging it? Are you liking it? Are you missing something? The one thing I can say we brought to the table, and the new owners have brought to the table, is you can't say we don't listen when you speak. I know many of you out there have been asking and wanting and suggesting that we have some local programming. for one of our listeners who has been calling me throughout the week, getting a lot of contact and feedback, which I love. I always appreciate that anyway. But one of our listeners had recommended, what if we just kind of do a segment and maybe work it out with the Gail Borden Library? Or why don't we do a segment about what's happening? So as we are making our way with this whole new format, hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. It's a lot to take on and a lot to learn. We appreciate everybody's patience, and I'm also going to say appreciate everybody's feedback, because I think knowing that when you start a new project, has anybody ever gone and built a house, or has anybody ever been in any kind of construction or waited for some remodeling to take place? You might have the best game plan laid out that you could ever possibly do. But what happens? All of a sudden something gets delayed, or a contractor leaves the party, or whatever the case may be. There's always little tidbits that change up what that deadline might have been. Same thing is going to go hand in hand with us right now. Well, we are taking on new projects. You'll start to learn over time. It'll have a different look. You've already noticed some of our programming has changed. We do also still have the Great First Shift in the mornings. Then you might know that some of the syndicated programming, again, it goes to Brian Kilmeade, and then it'll go to our afternoon programming, which is other new programming. Sonar, the one that you had probably seen on the screen with me when I started the program here, is one of those developers, and he'll join him, or you'll join him. You probably just joined him, probably prior to me coming on the air at 1 o'clock for another, or noon and 1 o'clock for another program. So we're all getting compared relatively to the new schedule, the new format, the new look, and hopefully you guys are doing the same. Sometimes when it's a situation like that, the one thing you need the most is just to have a little patience. So sit back with me and we'll just do our right? Just kind of do a little veg state here and find out what's happening, and let WRMN be your platform to expose things that are happening in the area. I know we're going to be talking to this month. We're going to be talking with Chad Goodman is going to be joining me a little bit later this month from the Elgin Symphony. We're also going to be talking with someone from the Elgin Youth Symphony, which is another thing that's going to be featured on our program. Tomorrow, we're going to have the opportunity to speak with Damon from over at the Fox River Trolley. So that's one of our interviews that's coming in tomorrow during One-on-One. For tomorrow's program, One-on-One will still be running from 11 until 1. As I understand, moving forward, that might start a little bit earlier than what it used to. But as far as I know, One-on-One is still staying on that middays. Hopefully that gives us the opportunity to continue to reach out to Damon from Fox Trolley. Tomorrow, we're also going to speak from Maya, who is going to be talking a little bit about the Women's Celebration Luncheon. There's going to be a wonderful event that's taking place at the Elgin Center tomorrow on Saturday, or 2 days from now, on Saturday at the Elgin Center. So I am going to have him joining me in the studio tomorrow to give you a little bit of update. Celebrating women in the community is, to me, that's just my hallelujah, let's go. But I think a lot of times the position can be underrated. Not necessarily, we've always talked about, the difference that you may have in pay schedule and pay structure, but I think the recognition, and I think that's why there's been such this big push. You even notice it on national TV, or if you're noticing it, we're in the season of all of these award shows, right? You'll notice that there's been a lot more, okay, great to see this is a full woman-provided cast, To me, I think it still takes a lot of different people bringing a lot of different ideas to the table, but I'm never going to downplay the fact if somebody wants to celebrate women. Well, it is the National Day of the Woman this weekend, and again, we're going to be talking with Maya tomorrow during our one-on-one broadcast. Now, for those of you who last heard me prior to me taking a week off and taking a little break in between to all the new changes here, it seems like I probably had a little bit of a cold there too, and it sounds like it's still sticking around today. It's one of those. Is anybody else, and I'd love to hear anybody's recommendations. I don't have a cold that requires a prescription or anything like that. It's just all in my head. Is anybody else dealing with this? It's not a respiratory infection and in your chest, but is anybody else having this issue? I would love to hear what your remedies are. I know that I am not the only person. I make a lot of phone calls and a lot of stops during the week, especially now. And I bet you every stop I've gone to, I've had somebody say, yep, I just got over that. Or B, have you ever tried this? We've got a lot of humidifiers running to keep the moisture in the air. What is your go-to fix it? I would greatly appreciate that if you'd like to give me a call. Well, as I said, one of the interviews that we're going to be doing for tomorrow is going to be Damon. And one of the nice certificates that we have on the show happens to be that bunny ride over at the Fox River Trolley Museum. Now, we've done this, and it is a frequent visitor to us when we do have our radio shopping show certificates, allowing an affordable alternative to families who want to get out and experience the wonderful ride. Well, it's back again this year, and Damon's going to join us tomorrow to talk a little bit about the bunny train. It's a magical trip to find the Easter bunny. Now, who doesn't want to be involved in that? The young and the young at heart will partake on a wonderful ride on board a historic trolley to the bunny's secret burrow to collect their eggs. Then what you can do is follow the clues to find the Easter bunny. The trains are going to be running the next, it's going to start the 16th, and then it'll run the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. The departures are going from 10 a.m. and then 11:30 and then 1 p.m. I do know that tickets are running $30 per person. You can get them through their website at foxtrolley.org, and then just do a /bunny-train. That'll get you directly to the tickets. Or if interested, you can acquire them right here with us now on the radio shopping show. Let's get an inventory count for anybody who wants to go check out the bunny train. And again, that's going to be kicking off on the 16th. That's next week, Saturday. And that is with the Fox River Trolley Museum and the bunny train. The Bunny Express tickets that we have available, I am sold out of the 16th, and that would involve the 10 a.m. and the 1 p.m. I do have tickets available yet for the 11:30 run. So if you'd like to pick up a ticket there, it is a certificate value of $30 right now. Now, this is considered a new product, so it's not on our 25% off. But if you'd like to pick up on your $30 certificate for the general admission, this is for the 11:30 show, train ride, actually. And again, just giving you clues to find the Easter bunny, collecting the eggs, enjoying a fun ride over there, and kind of being a part of the history. It's a neat museum, and throughout the year, they've done the bunny train. They usually do something for Mother's Day. I know they've done something with the war reenactments with, I think it's the Rails to Victory that they usually do that takes place in the summertime. Just some of the other events, too. Hopefully we'll be able to touch on those a little bit with Damon tomorrow during our 11 a.m. interview. So join me tomorrow to learn a little bit more. But if you'd like to get your tickets for the Fox River Trolley Museum, I have got them available right now. So again, I've got only 4 tickets remaining for the 11:30. Holy Toledo. A lot of these are selling out that fast. Wow. So I have got only a couple pair left for the 23rd. Now, again, that's got the 10, the 11:30, and the 1 o'clock showing. And then on the 30th. So the 30th is the Saturday prior to Easter. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you, because usually if you're going to be having family in town for Easter, the one that is nearest to that holiday is the one that sells out the quickest. So let's just take a look at your calendar. And if you've got people coming into town and you want to take your grandkids, which I would love, if you want to take the grands out to see the Bunny Express, give us a call today. I've got a $30 ticket that you can pick up today for just $16. So it's a $30 admission. You can pick it up today for just $16. And if you want to get a pair of these, I tell you what, I'll do a pair for $30. So look at how many people you have in your party. I can do a pair for $30. And again, whether you want them for the 23rd or 30th, I have all 3 rides. And then for the first kickoff week, the inaugural week, I only have the 11:30 show remaining. So 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. Give me a call and you can get in on those tickets. Now, another thing, and I did see, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, definitely give me a call. Say, hey, hello. I'd love to hear that you're on board. Again, just kind of validating as I make my way around the software here and learn a little bit more about the program side of it. You know, I come, and I think I mentioned this one other time, being 97, so that is 27 years of doing radio, right? So 27 years of doing radio. I started out doing radio with a producer. And I know I've told many of people when I came down to Illinois, I remember saying to the owner at the time, Rick was there, and hopefully Rick will be hearing this and he'll get a kick out of it. I said, oh, well, where does the producer sit? And he goes, oh, no. You're the producer. And I remember my eyes bulging out of my head. And I thought, man, that's so much to look at and so many things to see and do. And it really is very simple. You know, when you've had to try something new, I think a lot of people tend to freeze up and kind of like clamp up and get that stiff back, like, no, I can't do it. They always say the best thing that you can learn and the best attribute that you can carry as a human being is the ability to adapt. And we brought that up I remember during the pandemic, I saw for the people who were able to adapt, those are the people that'll survive. And so if you kind of fit within that wheelhouse, hopefully you've been adapting and learning a little bit more about the new radio station here at WRMN and are enjoying some of the content as well as the savings that we have with the continuous radio shopping show. So right now, again, we do have those bunny ticket train ride tickets available. I have got a $30 ticket. We've got them for just $16, or you can get a pair right now for just $30. So that'll take it down another $1 a piece if you want. You can get in on that pair for just $30. Well, since we are celebrating that 25% off, we do have some other tickets available and in inventory today. So if you'd like to check out WRMN1410.com. You can go to the website, WRMN1410.com, and check out the inventory that we have available. That is if you just go to Shop Now. Now, remember, there's not all of the inventory is not necessarily featured under our Shop Now button. There are some certificates that we have available that you can get in on our 25% off. Knowing that we've spoke of them here during the show today, you'll be able to get in on that bargain. So let me tell you a little bit about some of those that I would say grab. If you haven't had one in the last 30 days, I'd suggest you give us a call today. I have got a Massey's Italian Kitchen and Catering in Carpentersville. Now, that certificate is a $26 value. Now, you can take 25% off that markdown right now. That means you'd get this for $11 25. So $11.25 to get a $26 certificate for that large one-topping thin crust pizza. Now, a large pizza is 18 inches. You're talking a foot and a half. So a foot, right? A foot and a half, an 18-inch pizza. Now you put a topping on there. If you want to add more toppings, rock on. You can do that. Just pay the difference that there might be in any cost. Or if you want to add, obviously, more pizzas to that, you can do this as well. But this is that 18-inch pizza. Now, this is good for pickup only. As many of you are familiar with Massey's, you'll understand that. You can change the crust to a double dough or a deep dish, or you can add more toppings. And again, just pay the difference. You know, Massey's is also known. They've got a lot of great appetizers and salads and pasta dinners. Because remember, this is an Italian kitchen. So if you'd like to give us a call, you can go there and enjoy any of their menu items. But if you'd like to give us a call today, you can pick up a $26 18-inch pizza for $11 25. 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. We've also got Village Pizza and Pub right now, $10 value. We've got that already knocked down to $6. That means today you'll be able to get that for just $4.50. Now, those are some of the certificates that we have on the show. Now, whether you relate them to activities and events that are happening in and around the area, I had a listener, the shows that we pay attention, I had a listener contact me Actually, you know what? I think they stopped down by the Redemption Center, and they were telling me about the Historic Auto Attractions, which is a museum that is located over by Roselle. Are you guys familiar with this? Mm-hmm. Right. The Historic Auto Attractions is right off of Rockton Road. You probably notice Rockton Road exit if you're traveling up north on the interstate anyway. They're another one that is open, not necessarily in the wintertime because a lot of it involves outdoor fun and recreation. The same thing goes for Volo. Now, that's the one that I would equate kind of to our area. Volo, when I got the firsthand experience as to where it was on the map and going to see it, I was on my way to see the Best Bargain Bin, which is a great thrift store, excuse me, that is located up in Fox Lake. So I went up there, and as I was driving by, I kind of was making my way, trying to look at the GPS, and I don't know if anybody else has had problems with GPS like I have, but it will direct you all different areas, especially if you know there's a shorter way that you can get there. Has anybody else have that happen? It's like, wait a minute, I'm a straight shot. I know if I turn right here, I'll get to my destination right away. Well, it doesn't always guarantee that. So I end up looking and becoming familiar with my surroundings. So as I'm looking at that, I was paying attention to the outdoor activities and exhibits they had over at the Volo Auto Museum. You know, from the music to the different attractions that they have, the tractors there, they've got the vintage tractors over there. Now, when I'm cool like Matt, I'll be able to pop all these fun pictures up there for you. I suppose I could do it on here. Should we try? Let's experiment together, should we? All right, so if we're gonna go to our Volo Auto Museum, and this is where I said you can learn with me, my friends, and we're gonna check out the website. Excuse me, check out the website. And if we're looking at the experiences, now, if I can, I'll end up kind of like stomping down Sonar here so he can show it to me. But if I do this screen, nope, that's not it. So if I do one of the other screens, then maybe I will be able to take it to what is on the board. There you go. So now if I've got this board and if I pop it up on the screen, there you go. You should be able to see it. So you're going to go to the Volo Auto Attraction. They've got collector cars there. They've also got different attractions. So they've got the auto sales that they do. And anybody who is a collector of vintage cars, I think, drools over things like this. There is a place up in Wisconsin. Most of you know that I go and do a little camping in the summertime. But up in Wisconsin, they've got a place up there called Iola. Is anybody else familiar with the Iola car show that they do? Our neighbors up there, they swear by it. Every year they would get a group of individuals that would go. And it sounds like just any other car show. I'm not a big person of vintage cars like that. But if you check it out, just like the Iola one, we've got these right here with Volo. So you can check out the website and check out the different cars. Now, if you can see down there, even if you've got cars that you want to take along to it, you can do that as well. So if you want to check out the different museum parts, the auto sales is there. Again, if you want to sell your car, if you want to check out buyer services, you can do all of that with Volo Auto Museum. Or if you want to check out the museum and attraction side, this is the part that stopped me. I think I was one of those nerds that had to pull over to the side of the road because I wasn't quite sure where I was. And I was seeing dinosaurs outside, and it must have been a Jurassic kind of exhibit. But I was seeing this garden outside that had dinosaurs that were, they made it look like they were just roaming through the woods. And if anybody's been to Volo Auto Museum, you'll know what I'm talking about. But when you weren't expecting it, and I'm just in my head thinking I'm looking for a thrift shop, that all of a sudden I come across a street that I turn down to find dinosaurs there kind of like ready to pounce. That's part of the Jurassic Gardens that they have. So this, some of it they have kind of in between, but some of it is still outdoors. So if you're going to go check out a visit there, make sure you give and allow some time to check out Jurassic Gardens. That's one of those. Many people will do that with field trips and different positions that they might have, or reasons, not positions, but reasons that they'd want to travel. You can plan ahead and learn that. But if you want to go to Jurassic Gardens, you can see that they've got a safari with moving, lifelike animatronic dinosaurs inside a giant 15,000 square foot atmosphere. Now that's going to take you back more than 65 million years. Now that is indoors, but they've also got, like I said, creatures roaming outdoors. So if you haven't had the chance to see that, you can check out Volo Auto Museum and find out a little bit more about their train tours, their Titanic exhibit, the Jurassic Garden, and so much more. Give me a call, 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. Now, tickets available for Jurassic, I do believe. Let me go check out the Volo Auto Museum. Now, the tickets this year do have an expiration date. Bob, one of our listeners, cool cat. Thank you, Bob, again for sharing your information with us. I love it when people call in, ask a question, and I'll say, you know what, I'm not sure. Let me see what I can find out. Or I'll say, why don't you give them a call? And if you get an answer, if you don't mind, give me a call back. Let's educate together. Bob did just that. He called and found out ahead of time because he had a Volo Auto Museum ticket that did not have an expiration date, and he wanted to confirm that he could use it this year. And indeed, he called, asked the question, and they said, yes, indeed, you can. So right now, we have Volo Auto Museum tickets available. Now, this is a $24 admission. This certificate is good until August 31st. So you have from now until August 31st. And within the last few years, the world famous Volo Auto Museum has spent over $10 million adding new exhibits and attractions just for us to enjoy. I have got a certificate for admission right now, which is a $24 value. Give me a call, 847-931-1410. Again, 847-931-1410, and you can get in on that great deal. I'm going to get a little bit of a throat lozenge, so it's not so much of a pain to listen to me right now, but I appreciate you joining me. Hopefully you can give me a call. Let me know some of the bargains you're looking to purchase with the Volo Auto Museum. And I think that one has been around for 2 weeks. Let me just check on that really quick, because I think that one is still considered a newbie. Let me check here. All right, we've got Gilbert Eagles, which is exciting to have the haddock dinner back.
The Triple Berry Cafe of Crystal Lake offers incredible breakfast and lunch options for you, and now the coffee bar is open for you to enjoy. Stop in and enjoy a relaxing cup of coffee in a peaceful setting, and if you're hungry, the Triple Berry Cafe is ready to provide you with homemade goodness. Enjoy omelets, skillets, pancakes, crepes, waffles, and much more for breakfast. Stop in at the Triple Berry Cafe for lunch and enjoy signature sandwiches, burgers, wraps, salads, and healthy options are available as well. Triple Berry Cafe, just off Randall Road in Crystal Lake, now with a coffee bar.
WRMN has been serving Elgin and the Fox Valley for 75 years, featuring a combination of local news, information, and entertainment in the mornings, followed by the radio shopping show for 5 hours each weekday. The first shift with Marky B starts your morning at 6 a.m., and it's always fun when Larry Jones is a part of the show.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
Can't haze, you'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did,
yeah,
good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
And then there'll be a lot of people that come out of the and say that I also hazed
I remember when Mark hazed me. I've been hazed.
Mark hazed me back in 2012.
2012. I remember in Memphis one time. He was really mean to me.
It's first shift fun and information in the morning, combined with the radio shopping show to save you money. And you get it right here on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook, and WRMN1410.com. Here at WRMN Radio, we try to connect with the community and discuss important issues, like our current mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, I mean, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow. I know it's difficult. I definitely feel the pinch. We all feel the pinch at the gas pump, at the grocery store, right, in our rents, but I think most people could handle 27 cents a day to help kids and seniors and people experiencing homelessness.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
It's heating up at El Diablo Cantina, located by Spring Hill Mall at 113 Southwestern in Carpentersville. Fuel up with authentic recipes from all over Mexico, made fresh daily. Cocktails using the freshest fruits, or your choice of many craft beers go great with the delicious menu. After you fill up with dinner, hit the dance floor and dance the night away with the sizzling salsa dancing on Latin Saturdays, where DJs play the hottest hits. Visit eldiablocantina.com today.
Hey parents, are you searching for the ultimate spring break and summer solution for your kids? Look no further than Adrenaline Monkeys Adventure Camp in West Dundee. The week-long camps are ideal for ages 5 through 12. They're packed with exciting activities like obstacle courses, climbing, and educational demos. Look for full or half-day options to keep your kids active and engaged. Enroll now for spring break and summer 2024 at adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD and transform their time off into unforgettable adventures.
There's a hidden gem in Elgin's South End. It harkens back to the days when going to a diner with family and friends was where everybody gathered for a delicious breakfast or lunch. Ray's Family Restaurant at 801 St. Charles Street in Elgin is a diner that you'll love with tasty food. The atmosphere and the staff are friendly and fast. They're open until 3 p.m. daily. You can never go wrong with Ray's. Visit raysfamilyrestaurant.com. That's raysfamilyrestaurant.com.
If you would like to advertise your company on the Radio Shopping Show, call our business office at area code 847-741-7700. To shop with us today, call 931-1410. Now, back to more savings and the Radio Shopping Show.
And welcome back, everybody. WRMN. This is Leah sitting here broadcasting live from Studio 14. I am going to encourage all of my, thank you. I'm going to encourage all of my friends to give me a call today and let me know that you are listening. I know I didn't give a lot of forewarning, although I did find out that Miss Wendy knew. Kudos, Wendy, paying attention. That's not surprising to me. Last night I was here and I was prepping the bingo because bingo is back. I'm going to be giving away, this is the fun thing, we have our swag bag. Obviously, we've got our game day. This month it's going to be taking place on Good Friday. Unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, I really don't want to put it into that kind of realm, but it's going to be on Good Friday. Now, normally, what I would do on Good Friday is we would go to church, during the midday. And then when we moved down here, obviously it was a different fellowship, so we didn't have that at that time on Friday. So I don't know, do people still have church on Good Friday, like during the day on Good Friday? I'm never really sure how that goes. It was something that was a regular that we had it at our church when I was growing up and when our kids were growing up. So I'm not really familiar. I'd like to reach out to, our Holy Trinity. So if anybody is listening from Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, or if you're listening from First United Methodist Church, or if you're listening from First Evangelical Lutheran Church, our programming that we have on our Sunday shows, you might want to give me a call and let me know what your church or your affiliation, whatever denomination, is going to be doing for the Easter service or what they're going to be doing for Good Friday service. Last year, it just so happened that it was during the time that my mom was real ill. So we had our ashes given to us by the pastor at the church, the hospital. So we got our ashes that way. And then when it came time for Easter, and this big celebration, it's a matter of getting family together and celebrating, the season, however you choose to do so, but celebrating the season. It's always fun to see all the little girls dressed up with their bonnets and the boys dressed up. I always had my son in shorts for Easter time and the little girls in dresses, and shortly realized that my daughter she's not the frilly frou-frou kind of girl. You'd have all the ruffles and everything on all the little girls, and sometimes it's, beautiful. Otherwise, they're the ones that have the skin knees, and run around with the boys outside. If you got little ones like that, I tell you what, 2 places that I'm going to highly recommend. And yes, this is going to kind of segue back to the Radio Shopping Show, but being today that it's 25% off, which is the best deal you'll get this week, 25% off, you could grab the Urban Air trampoline. Talk about getting some of that energy out, especially if you have kitty cats that are going to be doing the spring break as we get through the season, or if you've got family coming into town and you're looking for activities of things that they can see and do. Another one for those non-frilly people, and I should preface that because just because a girl might be girly doesn't mean that she can't be athletic, right? Amen. Hands down, International Day of the Woman, right? But if you want to get out there and really kind of push your adrenaline and push your skill set, go check out the Adrenaline Monkey. If you have not yet been there, and I know we've been promoting this for some time. If you have not yet been there, I am now and always have been a big fan of Ninja Warriors. And I'm pretty sure I use that every time I talk about Adrenaline Monkey anyway. If you go to the website, and I'm going to see if I can bring this up here for you really quick. Adrenaline Monkey is located, and I've known people who have consistently taken their kids there. A lot of kids building endurance, focus. It seemed like when my little ones were growing up, they had more kids' involvement when it came to martial arts or kickboxing or things like that. Obviously, it's times changing, but when somebody can adapt and find what the next cool, hot thing might be, I would say take advantage of it. So this one is Adrenaline Monkey. And if you want to see, I don't know what the heck made these kids so athletic. Now, I'm going to put this up on our Facebook page. So if anybody is watching along, take a peek. I wonder if I can we're learning together here, folks. That's what I said. I promised you that we would have our learning together. I want to see if I can get audio on here. Probably not. But anyway, if you want to see it, you can go to their website. It's westdundee.adrenalinemonkeyfun.com. But of all the different ages and the jumping around and the exercising and the moving from basketball to climbing to learning a lot of their core values, they just had that posted on the page a couple seconds ago. I think that's a cool thing to have. And again, for Adrenaline Monkey, getting in on those certificates that we have on the show, that value is for two different ones. We have an Adrenaline Monkey ticket that is actually valid for weekends and holidays. And I bring that up because, again, we're talking about Easter, right? So I bring this up now. Adrenaline Monkey, if you go to the website, you can find out the different pictures, but we have got tickets available for the weekend or holiday single drop admission. Now, these tickets are a $35 value that we have got marked down to $16. A great deal already. It's better than 50% off, right? But if you call me up today, you can get this $16 ticket for $12. $12 gets you a Saturday and a weekend. You can use it on both. So if you're going to have people coming in for the Easter celebration, plan your fun with Adrenaline Monkey. We've got those right now, just $12. Remember, you can get to $15. That'll earn your bingo card. Bingo is going to be coming up on the 29th of this month. Bingo for individuals. We ended up playing it. My husband and I, we went on a cruise. And I know I talked to a lot of people about that. We went on a cruise on Carnival. And we went down to the Caribbean. We stopped at the Cayman Islands, and we stopped in Cozumel, and we stopped in, I'm missing one of them, Cayman Islands, Cozumel. It's escaping me. Anyway, Jamaica. We went to Jamaica. We went to Falmouth. Originally planning on going to Ocho Rios. And if anybody has ever had the opportunity to do Dunn's River Falls at Ocho Rios, it's phenomenal. Well, the port then at that point ended up being closed. So what we did is we went to Falmouth. And during the time when we were waiting, or we have a day at sea, in order to get to these destinations, there's a day that you take at sea. And I ended up playing bingo. And part of our fun that's going to be happening with bingo is that we have got our swag bags, that we put on that people sign up for. So if you haven't gotten your swag bag, get it, because they're going to be clearing everything out right there from the previous. So In order to start fresh and rebuild that prize closet, you want to make sure that you can pick up anything that is outstanding. So if you were the winner of that swag bag last time, make sure you pick it up before, I would say in the next week. If you haven't already, grab it right away. The other thing that we're going to be doing is when we play the bingo, one of our swag bag items is going to have a blotter. Not really realistic because ours we play multiple games on, but it is a blotter that you can use for your fill the board bingo. So for our fill the board bingo, if you get your fill the board or your board full within 65 calls, you then, my friend, will win $75. Now, if we don't get a winner within 65 calls, that jackpot will move over until the next game day. All right. So if we don't get a winner within 65 calls, last time we had our bingo game day. This was right before I left on the 23rd, I think it was. We ended up having our 65th call, and I think it was Gordon. Gordon, you'll have to let me know. I think it was the 65th call. So call me up, 847-931-1410. Again, it's 847-931-1410. I'd love to hear that because I think it was the 65th call. And it was pretty cool because we said this is the last number, and it was exactly that number that took him over and did the fill the board bingo for him. 847-931-1410 is the phone number to get you in here today. As we are making our way through the summer, I got a great note from my friend Alfredo that Sammy's Mobile Taqueria and Cantina is going to be out at the Kane County Cougars games. Am I the first to announce that? Yep, they are. That's why it's local radio, my friends. They are going to be out at the Kane County Cougars games. And so if you are going to be out there, they'll have a schedule up on their website. Hopefully we'll be able to have them here in studio, but they'll have a schedule up on their website telling you what days and what games they're going to be on hand. We all know that they've got darn good food. Whether you come out to Back the Blue when we had it at the park, or you've been to Nightmare on Chicago Street, you've had a chance to sample some of their secret menus. This is a great menu that they have. Whether you're going to be doing catering or you want to enjoy their tres leches or their churros, or I would say having somebody making the guacamole right there next to your table. Or if you want to get some of the elotes, they've got some of that. Their taco bar is there. I ended up meeting my friend Greg. Greg was, I think he met me over at Sammy's right before, and it was about a week or two ago. We went over to Sammy's, and I ended up having one of their fantastic strawberry margaritas. And I ended up having the smaller version. I probably could have downed about 3 of those, just talking and having good conversation. Greg and I started talking about, and hopefully I'll get him in the studio soon. We started talking about adoption and pet adoption with Anderson Humane. And the changes from Anders, I think originally, what was it called? Anderson Animal Shelter? You guys can help me out on that, because that would have been, when I first moved here, I think it was Anderson Animal Shelter. And then it ended up going to Anderson Humane. And when they have these adoption centers, and I'm hoping that we'll soon be able to, when we're showing the screen here in studio, we'll have nice little puppies, and those that are up for adoption will be able to bring that to the screen. But Anderson Humane is ahconnects.org. So you can check that out. Right now, they are offering, again, puppy classes. So if you are ready for your puppy to get to their fullest potential, they've got a puppy preschool and puppy playground class that's available over at Anderson Humane. They bring people and animals together for good. One of the questions I asked Greg at the time is I said, you know, I remember I ended up fostering a dog. We ended up adopting, but you start off as a foster. I also we also adopted a child within our family, so our middle one was adopted. I think you went through the same amount of paperwork for both. And I think that's a good idea. I know it sounds funny to compare the two of them, but the fact is that this is going to become a lifelong member of your family. And I asked him, and I said, do you ever get like warning signs? Are there flags that come up and say, you know what, that might not be the one, or that might not be the fit for you? He gave me a list of those checklists, and man, they got it down to a science. They know which questions to ask. They know which direction. I would love to have a dog. I unfortunately do not have the lifestyle that could accommodate a pet and the attention that a pet deserves. So if you are and you've wanted to adopt or you want to add to your fur family, I'm going to suggest you go check out Anderson Humane. So again, you can visit their website, ahconnects.org. That's ahconnects.org. We're going to take a real quick commercial break. I want to remind you, you're listening to WRMN. This is Leah here on a Thursday night, getting ready for our weekend programming. I also want to take a moment to remind everybody, when we come back, we're going to learn together. We're going to learn hours. We're going to learn changes. We're going to learn how-tos. We're going to learn how to move about our website. We're going to learn how to sign up for our app. I just had somebody I was meeting with prior to coming on the air today that I walked through to show, and he brought up one thing that I think most of us are struggling from. So stay tuned. We'll go through that when we return. 847-931-1410. We'll be back with more Radio Shopping Show and actually just a little fun this afternoon on WRMN.
This is Marky B inviting you to feel the power of the first shift.
To God be the glory, my brother. Thank you so much. You are such an inspiration to many of folk that's here in Elgin. I'm in West Dundee. I'm a Dundeeite now, not an Elginite anymore, but I love you. I can even give a number of prayers that we as a people continue to grow and to be there for one another. Please, people, let's get on board. Check on your neighbors, check on your friends, and just give an inspiration that life is worth living.
It's the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 until 10, right here on WRMN. Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
Looking to get your fingers on some delicious grub? Look no further than Sticky Fingers in Carpentersville. Family owned and operated, Sticky Fingers specializes in chicken, fish, and shrimp, which you can choose to have dusted with flavor or doused in the sauce of your choice. Sticky Fingers strives to provide flavorful food with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Sticky Fingers personally invites you to stop by and try one of their scrumptious dishes today.
Celebrating 70 years of serving the Fox River Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM is proud to inform and entertain you every day with great local shows that keep you connected with the people in your community, like the Radio Shopping Show, where listeners are encouraged to let us know about their experiences with our business partners.
I usually go to Tripleberry during the week. It's not so busy. I had my normal lumberjack omelet. It's like a meat lover's omelet, and their fries are awesome. Just the texture of it, they're a little crisp, soft on the inside. I mean, really good.
The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Renata's Old Salem Cafe is now Renata's German restaurant, with old family recipes for delicious Bavarian dinners. Renata's is also known for breakfast and lunch. Renata's German restaurant has fresh baked German pastries. For a hearty breakfast, try Renata's for pancakes, skillets, and more. They've also set the standard for catering excellence. Try Renata's German restaurant off Irving Park, west of Wise Road in Hanover Park. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
Everything is fantastic at the China House Buffet on Sycamore Road in DeKalb. Scrumptious food combined with a wide variety of flavors, all served with love, await you. Choose from Chinese delicacies like Shanghai shrimp rolls, crab rangoon, and spare ribs. There's seafood, beef, as well as chicken wings and shrimp. The China House doesn't stop at Chinese food on the buffet. They also have Japanese favorites, including beef teriyaki, sushi, and hibachi, plus American food. Tempt your taste buds. Visit eatchinahouse.com today.
To get in on all the savings, just pick up a phone and call 931-1410. Area code 847-931-1410. For information and a list of available products, go to www.wrmn1410.com. And now, back to the Radio Shopping Show.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Leah. We are broadcasting live right now from Studio 14. I love the fact that we can listen, that we can learn together. You know, the one thing I said about our audience members is that you can never say that we don't listen, that we don't bring to the table. We've got buds on the tree. That was my what is it, ADHD? It's like, oh yeah, you know, if we're gonna go through the alphabet and I'm gonna give you the best news ever. Oh, look, a squirrel. You know, that's what that was. Anyway, but when people call in and they ask us, or they've been saying, we want local programming, more local programming. I will say, little Miss Carolyn, who's talked to me twice this week, you will be happy with the morning programming soon. So that's all I'm going to say. You will be happy with that morning programming soon. But a lot of it is switching up. You know, we're getting our feet wet. We're making our way, making our stamp in the community. That's the whole thing about it. And it doesn't necessarily, you'll notice that it's the Fox River Valley Media Network. You'll notice that it is meant to talk about the surrounding areas. You know, I don't know if I get a chance, now that I know the access and the movability I can have here on the website, I want to bring back, or I want to at least share with you our coverage area. Coverage area to me has never been a high-end tool when it comes to selling. More often, a listener or a potential partner wants to know the coverage area because it used to be old school, and any old school radio people out there, I know many of you out there probably at one point or another were employed by the station. But any of our old school radio people out there, that was part of your selling tool, is that I have to hear it. I want to hear my ad. I want to be listening and tell everybody, this is me. I want to hear my song, promo, ad, whatever. So when we were old school days and selling or developing our partnerships or opening up our relationships with local businesses, it was a big thing. Well, nowadays, and again, mind you, like I said, this has been almost 3 decades I've been doing it. Nowadays, we have this smart little vehicle right here called a smartphone. And everybody and their brother should have a smartphone. Other than my papi, who I do believe still has a flip phone, we've come to the common agreement that this would just confuse him and drive him crazy. You'd find it flying across the room more often than not. But more people today who frequent either the internet, if there's a lot of grandparents I know right now that are enjoying kind of touching base or doing something with their grandkids so you can talk to them, this little vehicle has taken distance. Any kind of parameters that we imposed on ourselves are now non-existent. That's what this little mini computer in my hand brings to the table. So when we were talking about downloading the app, and my friend Bill, and I hope Pellerinos, I'm going to say hi to Master Bill. Hopefully you're listening, Bill. But my friend Bill and I were talking, and I was talking to him about this coverage area. And nowadays, it doesn't mean anything because now you're just looking at what platform you are using to be your radio. I, to this day, do not have a radio in my house. Years ago, I think from being in high school, I had my little boombox. Remember those little rounded boombox little pieces of equipment? And they actually got quite slick. For a while, they were really big. But these are ones that just were almost very aerodynamic in their look. Usually it was a real pretty pastel color. Anyway, that was my radio source. That's what I had. When I got ready in the morning, I listened to the radio. I got familiar and acclimated with the programming. You know, when we say, too, if all of a sudden you're expecting to have somebody on the air, for example, let's just say when Marky B is on vacation, everybody needs a little vacation now and again. But when Marky B is on vacation and you tune in the morning and you don't hear his voice, it's a what, right? Because we get used to it. We're creatures of habit. And so this little vehicle, if you need to have that voice, allows you to not only listen live to whomever might be sitting in for him that day, but it will also allow you to go and check out some of our old shows. If you go to our YouTube page, you know, we've got our Facebook, we've got YouTube, we have got our smartphone. You can stream online. And what he was telling me is he was having a problem. And Bill, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to use your example. Bill was having a problem streaming, that his computer wasn't working. Now, unfortunately, if your computer is not up to par or if you do not have it downloaded, there's so many outside elements that could make that be a mess. So this is something I would always guarantee. So if what I'm going to do, and I don't know how smart I can be at this, but I'm going to recommend that everybody out there, especially now as we gear up for the end of the month and all the new things that are happening, I'm going to challenge you to put on your adventure hat and get on our app. All right? I want you to download the app. It's free. This is what I was saying to my friend. It's free. Why would you not do it? It's free. He brought up a great point, and I want to know if anybody else has ever had this. So he did it, and he went to his store. He ended up having and again, Bill, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I think there's tons of people that are in the same boat, is that he ended up going to his Apple store, and then it made him sign in with his Apple. So if anybody else has had that, and you're like, oh, great, I don't remember that password anymore. Lordy, when's the last time I had to put that password in? You know what? Take 2 seconds. And if I would have had a little bit more time with Bill, I had to come on the air. So Bill will do it next time, I promise. Then you just do a forget your password. If you do a forget your password, it's easy peasy. Most sites these days are looking for that double authentication, you know, where you have to go and get the code and all these other crazy things. Do it once. Remember it, put it in a place where you can keep track of it. And then that's just one step. If I could do it for you, you know what? I say, bring your phone in here and I will let people in the Redemption Center know that they can help you. If that's what it takes to get you on our app, I will do it. If you see me out and about, hand me your phone. I will do it. All right, that's my promise. 847-931-1410. 847-931-1410. We'll take it back. We'll be back after this.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 4 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. The City of Elgin thanking volunteers and city crews that turned out for Elgin's right-of-way cleanup initiative, which began this week. The annual initiative led by the Land Division Management Division and is part of the city's spring cleaning efforts. In Kane County, school enrollment may be going down, but far from that trend, the count of homeless students has stayed steady. This year alone, 2,600 students registered as homeless, with the Elgin School District U46 witnessing the most enrollments. Under the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act, these students are guaranteed support to help them access education. The Elgin City Council met last night with the Committee of the Whole and the City Council agendas, both on the social media pages for the City of Elgin. Meanwhile, if you missed last night's meeting, you can still watch it. It's on the City of Elgin YouTube channel, youtube.com/City of Elgin. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy? Totalmente. And you get unlimited 5G data, $25 a line for 4 lines on the unlimited plan, at an amazing price with no contracts. Should you switch to Total by Verizon? Definitely. Totalmente. Find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Monthly rate when you activate without a pay plus taxes and fees. Discount begins the month after you enroll. Additional terms apply. See website for data management practices.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead in line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen. frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
I am Brenda Rogers, Democratic candidate for Kane County Recorder. I am asking for your vote on March 19th. Two things among many that I want to do is to stay abreast of technology, making sure that the website is user-friendly, making sure that our residents are aware of the services offered to them, especially our seniors and military veterans. Vote Brenda Rogers, Kane County Recorder, paid for by citizens to elect Brenda Rogers.
Family owned for over 40 years with 3 locations around the Elgin area, Beef Villa is open and ready to serve you. Stop in or drive through and get your lunch or dinner hot and fast. Enjoy burgers, dogs, chicken, and of course beef is waiting for you at either Elgin locations or South Elgin location of Beef Villa. Stop in for the Friday fish special, Villa Burger, pulled pork, or the incredible salads available from Beef Villa. Need help feeding a large group? Catering is always easy with Beef Villa. Go to beefvilla.com for catering options. That's beefvilla.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The Bulls beat the Jazz 119-117 last night. DeMar DeRozan had 29 points. Chicago remains in the hunt for a playoff spot. They've won 2 in a row. They're 9th in the East with a 2-game advantage over 10th place Atlanta. The White Sox and Bears reportedly have talked about teaming up in what's being called a financing partnership as both teams look to build new stadiums and will likely have their hands out for public tax subsidies. The NHL trade deadline is looming. The Blackhawks will likely make some moves with the team in the basement of the Central Division standings. Some of the high-value targets that remain include Tyler Johnson, who won a Stanley Cup with Tampa Bay. Colin Blackwell and Ryan Donato could also draw some interest. The Blackhawks snapped a 22-game road losing skid with a win on Tuesday night at Phoenix. They head back to the East Coast and visit the Capitals this Saturday night. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my Cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial. Must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Picture this. It's Saturday morning and you're on your John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground on your new landscaping project. Next, you're moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever. And now, you're enjoying the warmth of the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand everything you can do with a John Deere compact tractor, you just have to get in the seat. Learn.
You never know what you might hear in the morning on the first shift with Marky B and friends. And for many years now, Mark's best friend on the radio has been his radio partner, Larry Jones, who joins him Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. And they really do seem to get along swell.
The summer just got away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We look forward to summer for so long.
I don't think I want to live like somewhere where it's never cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe have 9 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9 months summer, 3 months winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about a 7-2-1-2 split?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 7 months of summer.
Yeah.
2 fall, 1 winter.
Yeah.
So we can have that taste of winter and Christmas.
You know, that's not a bad formula, Mark.
Yeah.
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 News, weather, traffic, sports, and local information and entertainment in the Fox River Valley. It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
The Radio Shopping Show is sponsored by WRMN and the businesses where the certificates mentioned on this program may be redeemed. Welcome to the Radio Shopping Show, the most amazing show on the radio. The Radio Shopping Show is a fun and unique way to save 40, 50, 60% or even more on travel destinations, family or fine dining, entertainment, auto services, plus thousands of other items. To participate on the Radio Shopping Show, simply call area code 847-931-1410. 931-1410. Questions about various merchandise and how to shop with us are welcome as well. Or go to our website, www.wrmn1410.com. Now, let's save money with the Radio Shopping Show.
And welcome back, everybody. 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. And I'm going to do a little shout out real quickly to my sweet friend, Catherine. Catherine, this is an allergy-ridden season. So thank you so much. You're always such a sweetheart. Offering up well wishes, and probably because I sounded this way before I left, it did let up. And I know more people than not. And I'm still looking for the perfect, and if anybody can give me that out there, I happily grab it. What you have done to get yourself through kind of like the cold season. I don't have anything respiratory like a lot of people. They have the RPV going on. It's nothing like that. I'm not a contagious. This is all like congestion in my head. So not in my head, like local, but, up my face and my sinuses. So what is your go-to? And serious, I want to hear from you. What is your go-to? Don't be bashful, no matter how weird, I guess, within reason. But what do you do? I remember my dad was always a big sinus person. He was out and he had a lot of allergies too. And so he always had sinus issues. And I remember as he got older, his ENT, his ear, nose, and throat doctor, had suggested a neti pot. Do people use those? These neti pots? I mean, overall, they're kind of gross, but I tell you what, they get the job done. It's like eating spicy food and miraculously your sinuses open up. There's got to be something to ingredients that are in there that it's strong enough and potent enough. Anybody who's got a cold, chow down on that spicy food, man. That will instantaneously open it. Or why, as a kid, and how many other people had this too? Do you remember Vicks Vapor Rub? For some reason, it reminds me of Lisa Loopner on Saturday Night Live. I don't know if anybody remembers the old SNL days, but Lisa Loopner was one of the characters with Dan Aykroyd. And, with Bill Murray, excuse me. And it was one of the ongoing skits. She was played by Gilda Radner. And it was an ongoing skit, but she was always like, he says, "Oh, you smell beautiful. What's that terrific scent you're wearing?" And she's like, "Vicks Vapor Rub," usually very sinusy. But what are you guys doing? I would love to hear that. We're in that season, and I think with the cabin fever, now that we have started getting some warmer temperatures, that people have been able to get outside and get some fresh air, that does wonders for somebody's good health. That fresh air does. But what have you been doing when it comes to maybe stuffy nose or congestion? I had to get some birthday cards. We've got our grandbaby's birthdays, and you all know that they're 4 days apart, right? So one is on the 3rd and one is on the 7th. I always get mixed up. But anyway, they're 4 days apart. So no matter what, it's always the same weekend. One day we celebrate one, and they're different households, and the next day we celebrate the other one. So I have that coming up this weekend with the grandbaby. So I was going out and finding cards. First of all, does anybody else get flabbergasted on how expensive? You could look at the most generic card in the universe, not one that says, "Oh, you're 6 today," or one that says, "What a great little grandson you are." If you just get the general, a dinosaur on the front saying, "Woohoo, happy birthday to you," you're putting down about $5 for that card. Where in God's green earth did cards get so expensive? I mean, I get it. I appreciate the talent, the artwork, the writer, the people who do that for a gig. I appreciate it. But holy Toledo, you can put down probably about $8-10 for a card. Then to shop above and beyond that, then you have to go and find paper to wrap it, which is not an easy thing to do. So I'm curious on that, if anybody else has little tips. I never started to think about if you go to I think that's why so many people have migrated over to a dollar store or a Dollar General or Dollar Tree, is because you can get balloons, for crazy cheap. And it's something that has got obviously a shelf life anyway, so you don't need to have a large investment. So if anybody else does that, hats off, right, to you. But when I was at this store, I recognize about 3 people in line. Each one of them had something different that was cold medicine related, right? Like one of them had, I think it was the generic form of Mucinex. So one of them had that. One of them had DM, which obviously I think that one's a little bit more of a cough. Somebody had something that was sinuses, but you could tell, obviously, it's a lot of people are suffering from the same ailment or ailments. And so you're looking at some over-the-counter assistance. So again, if you have recommendations, I will gladly take them. Feel free to give me a call. 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. May not sound like me, but this is Leah with WRMN. Looking at getting you some not only great deals, but also getting you in on information and news about what's happening with the station. So you've had the opportunity Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Normally, we used to start the show during the weekdays at 4 o'clock. So most of you, as you're tuning in right now, if you, again, we are those creatures of habit. If you had just been tuning in right now, you'd be expecting it to be the beginning of the show. This was the starter. This was the onset of the show, was always in the 4 o'clock hour. Our radio shopping show is now changed hours. Effective last Monday, they moved no more in the morning. Now, again, don't consider this to be forever, but you're going to have to adapt. What does adapt do? That's what a survivor can do, right? A survivor can adapt. So adapt to a situation. Make sure you change. More often than not, I will put up my calendar on my phone and I will put a note on there saying 3 o'clock radio shopping show. So when I wake up that morning, my phone will say, oh, the radio shopping show's at 3 o'clock today. About a minute to 3 o'clock, it'll also give me an alarm saying, by the way, the radio shopping show has started. Those little extra moves can keep you on target, easy peasy. It doesn't take a lot of effort to be able to do that. But noted, right now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we are going to be on from 3 until 6. Now, right now, we are keeping the one-on-one show on Fridays. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing it from 11 till 1, which was our regular schedule. Next week, Friday, it will be moving 10 until noon. So it will be moving next Friday from 10 a.m. starting in the morning, and will be going until 12 o'clock noon. So again, mark your calendars. Next week, Friday, it starts off. You're good to go. But as we're talking about the programming, I've had people inquire, which we love. There's no possible way. I wish there was. We have multimedia. That's actually in our name right now. So we are utilizing and using every tool to be able to inform and educate our audience out there. Now, if you're not listening, unfortunately, I can't help you. If we don't give you those tools and you don't activate them on your own, I'm not going to be able to help you anymore. We hope you do. So you will be hearing a lot of repetition about what our hours are. The radio shopping show is on Monday through Friday from 3 until 6. Currently, right now, there is not going to be a show on Saturday. So this week, Saturday, there will not be a show. However, the following Saturday was one of our pre-scheduled shows, and Miss Brenda is going to be joining me. She's going to be coming on down from Wisconsin and joining me for a co-host with the most segment on the 16th of March. So it's going to be coming up to St. Patty's Day weekend. We've got a lot of fun exciting things coming up this month, not only with all of the changes that are happening here with the radio station. Next week, one of our midday programs is called Out to Lunch. Now, out to lunch, not to be confused with eating lunch, right? It just might be, just having a conversation. You got a group of people sitting around, maybe talking about one of the examples we use, the potholes. Maybe talking about, hey, are they going to go back to charging for parking on the street or ticketing people if they exceed the 2 hours? They spent all this money putting in those little, and I think they're still out there. I have to look right now, but putting in these readers. So they spent that money putting in the readers outside. Are they going to go back to utilizing those? I was just looking up to see if they're still out there. Are they going to use those to kind of bring the parking down to a little bit more of 2-hour parking or the 30-minute parking locations? During the pandemic, we did the grids, or we had almost those little boards out that said, keep this open for people who are doing a quick pick. You know, if you're going to be picking it up real quickly, so a curbside pickup, just to make it a little bit easier for people who are going and we couldn't go indoors to eat anymore. So they offer it and adapted. You'll hear that word quite often today. They adapted and decided to offer a curbside pickup. The city was great. They offered up these A-frames that you would be able to put out there just to notify it and keep the space open. One of the first people, there's two of them that stand out in my head. One of them happens to be Elgin Public House, and the other one happens to be one of the Karis restaurants over there on Randall Road. We were talking about people who are able to recognize the struggle and adapt to it. I ended up speaking, and I know he was on the air today. Chef Greg was on the air today with Marky B. And I ended up speaking with him, and he brought it kind of like to reality. I know, none of us could go out to eat. We hated the fact that we couldn't go out to eat. That's why all of these certificates that we have on the show right now, the fact that we've got them in inventory, remember, you can get these for 25% off. If you're doing make goods from not being able to go out during COVID, get it for 25% off, because you can do the $15 certificate at Stockholm Brew Pub right now. Normally, we've got that going for $8.50. That means today you can get it for $6.25. We're talking 25% off markdown. So not only could you get a discount because everything on our show is 40 or 50% off anyway, if not more, but you'll take an additional 25% off that markdown, 25% off that markdown again. So a Blue Box, which is great dining right up the street from us, whether you're getting your teas, you're getting your coffees, you're getting your great Wrmn sandwiches, those magic bars, again, one of my to die fors, right up the street on Chicago, is a $10 certificate, normally for $6. Today, you can pick that up for just $4.50. All right, so you're getting the gist here. Some of those, now if I go through real quickly and just rattle off some of them that I have in inventory today. Lars's Kitchen Mediterranean Grill. Next time I go to Lars's, I'm going to take a picture. I promote this all the time, and now we have the vehicles to share it with you. But I promote this all the time, that when I go, I get a Yidel plate. And that includes, I usually ask for an extra pita, and I ask for extra tzatziki sauce, because there's so much meat that goes on there. You've got your meat, you've got your onion, you have got your tomato, either way. But you've got that all within your to-go package. Usually I bring it back and eat it here. You can dine in. Nowadays, Lars's has commingled their menu with the big skillet. So you could actually sit down and dine. And even if, this is one of the smart things I have to say, because not everybody is a Yidel lover, right? Or enjoys Greek food. I remember having a friend growing up. We used to go to Zorba's on State Street in Madison all the time. And we went and picked one up, and I was going to bring it home. And she hated the smell of the Yidel meat. We had to put it in the trunk because she wasn't going to drive all the way home with smelling that. So you're not negating or segregating people who aren't big fans of that. You're not separating them. And so the nice thing about having it kind of mingled with the big skillet is that you still get to use off the discount and the savings off of Lars's. But then if everybody in your group is not a big Greek fan, they can actually order off the menu at Lars's, and everybody's a happy camper. We have got that certificate, $10 value, normally $6. Today you can pick it up for $4.50. We've got Red Ox today. Red Ox fans, you're digging that great steak restaurant. Again, a steakhouse with awesome food. They've got pork chops. They've got black Angus steaks. They've got pastas. They have got pizzas and chicken. We've got those available right now, $20 certificate. Normally, we've got them for $12. Today, you can get those for just $9. So we're going to take that 25% off of that. So that would be 50% would be $6. So you're going to take $3 off. That makes it $9 for you right now. 847-931-1410. Country Donuts. We've got the dozen donuts over at Country Donuts. We have got Ray's Family Restaurant right now and Tripleberry Cafe. All of these popular certificates that we have on the show, you can be picking up with us right now. 847-931-1410. Welcome to the Radio Shopping Show. This is Leah. To whom am I speaking?
114686.
Master Bob calling me up. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Country Donuts?
Sure. 14686. What do you do when you get stuffed up? Did you have like a go-to that's your nice comfort?
Yeah, I do Alka-Seltzer, but the
the cold medicine, the cold Alka-Seltzer one?
Yeah, the tablets, not that dissolve.
Yeah.
Not the gel tabs.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I never thought about that because Alka-Seltzer now makes a cold remedy, right?
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah, it's just something that's got to knock it out, I sound terrible, but I don't feel bad. It's just
I usually take like one like an hour before I go to bed, and then before I go to bed I take another one. And
yeah. But you know what? I appreciate that. That is my I was honest when I said I want to hear what everybody else is doing, because I found one of those. Like I said, mine was a gel cap, so luckily I had one in my house. It's amazing how you forego any kind of expiration date when you need something.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got your Country Donuts on there, sir. What else would you like?
I don't know if I'm eligible for some of this stuff, but
all right, well, let's check it out.
There's a Ray's restaurant.
All right, let me check on that first. Just to let you know, your Country Donuts, which is an $11.29 for $7.50, you're going to get that today for $5.75. I think it works out too. And if not, that's what we're saying it does. So that's gonna call. Let's check out our Ray's Family Restaurant. Great food over at Ray's, right over on St. Charles. I just buzzed by there last night. I had to go and meet somebody last night. Ray's Family Restaurant. Let's see here. So Ray's, we have to wait just a little bit. You got one on the 21st of February. So on the 21st, you'll be able to enjoy that again this month.
Okay, that'll be it for right now then.
All right, we'll make it a charge and hold for now. Is that acceptable for you?
That's fine.
All right,
That's fine.
sounds good. You are all set, my friend. Have a great day. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, you too.
All right, bye-bye. 941-1310 or 931-1410. Again, it's 847-931-1410. I forgot about that Alka-Seltzer cold remedy. They used to have two, Rick, a friend of mine, he used to give, and I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was these big capsules that you would put in, usually had like a berry flavor, and it was meant to be a good kind of like vitamin C kick. So if you felt you were coming down with something, it actually kind of like held it off at bay. It held it at bay. So you could take that and give yourself that extra boost of vitamin C to get through it. So it's interesting to say that. 847-931-1410. If you're listening and you'd like to give your recommendation, I will gladly take it. Like I said, I had this prior to going on vacation, went down to the south, so I had a little bit more different types of temperature, came back up, and it just came back with a vengeance where it left when I went down. It was good, and then just made its way. So if anybody else has got that go-to remedy, I will gladly take it. 847-931-1410. One of the other things that we have coming up, and I missed this past week, Uncle Gare was able to sit down with Joey Zeller from The Distant Social and enjoy the drink of the day. Now, for individuals who were not familiar with the show that we did every other week, it was called The Drink of the Day. And with the drink of the day, he would come and actually do a mixed drink and then share it, make it live on person. And Gary had said, too, that he had a little bit of a difficult time getting the internet going, so you maybe couldn't see the recipe. I will get him to repeat that, though, just in case, so you guys will know how to make that drink. I think it was called the Southwest. So I will show you again how to do that. First, let's go to the phone line, see if we can help somebody out. Hello, caller. Can I get your key tag number?
Hi, it sounds like you've got, you're wanting a homemade remedies kind of, right?
I am, Jeff. Yep, you're my homemade guy. What would you recommend?
Go to the store and get a whole watermelon or two.
Okay.
Thump them to make sure they're ripe.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Bring them home. You put it in wash the sink out, put it in the sink, get your, wash the thing off, peel the sticker. Live on watermelon for a couple meals. Watermelon is a remedy. It's a medicine. Think of it as a big pill that you have to cut up into pieces because there's too much to take at once.
Really? Watermelon? Well, first of all, you can't go wrong with fruit, but and I do know there's a high water content. So I think sometimes good health has got to do with making sure you are hydrated.
What kind of stuff have you been eating in the last couple of days?
Well, you know what? I've stayed away from dairy because, when you're congested, you just don't want to have all that other stuff going with it. So I stayed away from dairy, and I've been drinking my Gatorade Fit. So it's got the, what is it? The chemicals in it. Not the chemicals, but it's got your electrolytes in it.
Right.
Yeah, just to make sure. And that's a hydrating one, and it's a natural. And that one's got a watermelon taste as well as a strawberry. It's a combination.
Well, you could try some other fruits, but just eat the watermelon by itself for a couple meals, and you could have something as a backup. Like later on, get some and stuff.
Okay.
And if you put some like lemon juice or apple cider vinegar on it, that's a good dressing. And you can grate beets and avocado and stuff on there, chop avocados, and some onions or garlic, and that's a really pretty good salad with the vinegar or lemon on it,
Awesome. Yeah, so, I was catching something was catching my thing outside, so I'm listening, but I'm going to write that down. So I've got water I love watermelon, so that's a win-win for me here. All right, thanks,
Apples
Jeff.
and stuff are good too. Pineapple. I wouldn't eat a lot of pineapple because it's very acidy, but just some fruit, because usually our problems are food problems. We've been eating stuff that's man-made, and we need to go back to the other stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I agree, and I dig the watermelon, and I do also agree with what you were saying when it came time to the pineapple. That's too much acid in my mouth, so I can't always have that much. If you eat it consistently and you just keep eating it, I have a limit on that for sure.
Yeah, so and I'm got this thing going. I haven't put it together, but I'm looking for people interested in an indoor garden. I've designed this thing to grow sprouts and greens and stuff like that. And
okay.
So if people are interested, they can get a hold of me.
Okay, got it. So the indoor garden again. So that is with Jeff. If you guys want, what's your phone number, real quickly? Let's throw that out.
630-365-9488.
9488. All right, got you, my friend. Thank you so much for your help.
Keep us updated on how you're doing.
I will. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right, let's continue on. Hello, caller. To whom am I speaking?
Hi, this is Kim.
Hi, Kim. What can I do for you today?
I was just curious, with the Distance Social, are you carrying the tickets for the cigar?
I do, and that was actually going to be coming up because that one has been with us for 2 weeks, and that is a $65, so it's actually an $80 value we've got for $45. So if you mark that down 25%, that would make it $22.50, so $10 off. You'd be able to get it for what, 34 and change? We'll just say 34 straight up. So I've got that ticket if you'd like to pick up on one of those, and that is going to be running April 25th. We'll be broadcasting live from 4 till 9.
Is there a cap on how many we could get?
I can only do 2 to each key tag.
Okay. I don't think I gave you my number. It's 131191.
131191. Gotcha.
I hope that's right. I'm going by memory.
No, you got it right on, Kim. I know who. Okay, I got perfect. Your last name on the board here, so I know it's you. All right, and you want to get a pair of those?
Please.
All right, we'll do that for you. And anything else today?
No, that'll be all. Charge and hold.
All right, it'll also get you in on our bingo cards, so we'll get your bingo cards in there as well. Charge and hold it is. You have a great night.
And I'm sorry, what time is the Redemption Center open tomorrow then?
Tomorrow they'll be open from 12 to 3. Monday through Friday they're open 12 to 3. And just to let you and everybody else out there know, they are not going to be open on Saturdays right now. So plan accordingly, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Have a good one. All right. Bye-bye now. 847-931-1410. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I want to remind you, you're listening to WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN1410.com. I could go on and on because you can download the app. You can listen on stream. You can actually go watch us on YouTube. All that.
The Distance Social, your spot for great craft cocktails with meaningful conversation. Whether you're out entertaining a group or out for a memorable nightcap, The Distance Social is your spot for starting or ending the perfect evening. Located at 314 North River Street in beautiful East Dundee, Illinois. Go the distance and find your social at The Distance Social. A no, I just hit that post and my car's got a dent.
Uh-oh, better get Mako.
Oh yeah? Where are they?
Mako is America's body shop. They're the world's largest provider of paint and collision services. They're located at 212 Western Avenue in Carpentersville, across from Spring Hill Mall. I've used them. Check out my car.
Wow, looking good.
Everything was so easy and affordable. Hummer and staff were super friendly and really knew their stuff.
I'm going to call them now.
Mention WRMN 1410 at the Carpentersville Mako and receive 10% off today.
Roll into Bolero in Algonquin or Roselle and solve your cabin fever issues. Bolero is bowling, gaming, dining, and nightlife with a twist. Score fun deals every day of the week and save big by checking out the daily deals online. Bowl with your friends and hit the lanes each week by forming your own social club. Clubs offer lively competition and fun times for everyone. From beginners to pros, make new friends, bowl, and beat your cabin fever. Visit Bolero.com.
It's the time of the year where storms and inclement weather can pop up unexpectedly. If you have a generator powered by a small engine, keep it running like a top. Don't do the tune-up yourself. Let Ames Small Engine Repair at 674 Laurel Street in Elgin handle your generator. Ames can do oil changes, spark plugs, and make all the necessary adjustments. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, Ames Small Engine can do it all. Don't forget, it's not too early to think about a lawnmower tune-up. Call 847-742-8750.
If you are 50 years and older, you are welcome to join Elgin State Bank's sponsored movie days at Elgin Marcus Theater. It will always be on the second Thursday of each month. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. At 9 a.m., you will hear a very brief message from Sherry Aschenbrenner about upcoming senior events, and movies will begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. Coffee and a donut is complimentary. You can always call the movie theater hotline number of 847-888-7976 to find out what movies are playing each month. The cost is $3 if you are a member of Elgin State Bank, meaning you have an account there, and $5 if you are a non-member. And for more senior information, catch Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month at 9:15 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Warm up this winter and introduce your friends to Viator Coffee at the Food Hall in downtown Elgin. Viator Coffee has a winter menu that includes 6 new coffee drinks with names like Little Wolf, Tartan Tonic, and Merry Mint Mocha. Plus, there's a whole new lineup of baked goods too. Viator Coffee provides you with amazing flavors and customer service, so relax and savor a cup in a place that offers a new level of coffee drinks and service within a peaceful, relaxing space. Visit ViatorCoffeeCart.com.
Batteries Plus Bulbs is more than batteries and bulbs. It's your repair shop for Apple devices, Samsung Galaxy devices, and more. Located on Randall Road, just south of 20 in Elgin, Batteries Plus Bulbs fills all your battery and light bulb needs in one stop. They have the largest selection of batteries for ATVs, cameras, phones, laptops, scooters, cars and homes, and everything else. Looking to save money with energy-efficient LED or holiday lighting? Stop in at Batteries Plus Bulbs in Elgin. Go to batteriesplus.com for special offers.
A few rules to remember when you shop with us. Make sure you read and follow the limitations of each certificate. Use it before the expiration date, and when appropriate, tipping is required. Now, back to the Radio Shopping Show.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Saying hi to my good friend Jesse popping by here, getting used to the hours. So individuals out there, if you are thinking, okay, I'm going to plan my strategy, I'm going to plan my day, I'm going to make sure I can get over there on my lunch hour, I'm going to plan on picking up on Saturday morning so I can use it on Saturday night, let this be your official notice that our radio station has become revamped or is in the process of revamping. It's going to be a lot of cool, exciting things. And while you do that, things tend to have a little crumbs, right? There's little addressing that you have to do. There is people, for example, I have the door closed right now. Normally I keep the door open. I've got the door closed because there's people who are building walls back there. Our hours when it comes to the daily hours, because again, with a lot of the construction, we have different hours when it comes to our radio shopping show. So right now, if you are planning on picking up certificates or an order that you placed, those certificates can be picked up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday from 12 o'clock noon until 3 p.m. So that is the official 12 noon to 3 p.m. That is the time that you are able to pick up your tickets. All right. So once you have got those tickets picked up, again, you can use them and redeem them as you wish, but note that that building will be open from 12 until 3, Monday through Friday only. Now, individuals out there, you're wondering and you're thinking, okay, well, what's going to happen with Saturday? I'll come by and pick it up on Saturday. Nope, the Redemption Center will not be open on Saturdays. And the reason I bring that up is because I want you aware of it and so you can plan accordingly. If it doesn't fit within your schedule, no worries. What I'm going to recommend is that you have it mailed out. So during our 12 to 3, or if you'd like to call and leave me a message and you want to have those items mailed out, you can call the business line and let them know that. Then they'll charge the $2. There is a $2 shipping and handling, whether your order is $2 or $2,000. There is a $2 shipping and handling on that. But once you've done it, then your certificates can be on their way out to you and able for you to enjoy them. Everybody wins that way. 847-931-1410 is the phone number today. Again, it's 847-931-1410. Again, that's like all about the radio shopping shows, that we've got little tidbits here, little pieces there. We're working our way. Again, a brand new station that you will be the benefactor of. You'll be the benefit. You'll end up enjoying local programming that you've been asking for. It's just going to take a few little changes. So we ask that you bear with us. And I said I was going to go into this show with an open forum. I'll say, am I touching this button or am I touching that button? How do I go over here? Because you need to know that we are doing things for the first time. So again, bear with us, but I'm going to say and I can promise you that you will like the end result. So just stick around with us for a little bit, folks, and you'll be good to go. 847-931-1410. Tomorrow, Friday, I will have the opportunity to speak with a couple of local patrons who are having activities. On Saturday is the International Day of the Woman. So it's International Women's Day on Saturday. And I'm going to have Maya and I think a couple of guests joining me in the studio tomorrow at 11:30 to talk about what events and activities will be going on Saturday at the Elgin Center. So right up the street from us here, make sure you tune in tomorrow. That'll be during our one-on-one. And again, tomorrow will be, I think, our final day of the 11 to 1 o'clock hour. As far as I know, it's still sticking around, but we're just going to change up the hours a little bit. Again, as we are adapting and building that new program. So you can listen to me tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow, 11:30. We'll have Maya and a couple of guests joining me in the studio. Before that, as we host the show, when we kick off the broadcast right away at 11, I'm going to have Damon joining me in the studio. And Damon is going to be coming to us from the Fox Trolley Museum. And right now we have got the Bunny Train. The Bunny Train is a magical trip to find the Easter Bunny. And I started the show talking about this today because I was surprised that the majority of people, when you get together for a holiday, it's usually the holiday weekend that gets really busy. They've got 3 weekends of this Bunny Train going on. They call it the Bunny Express, and it's going to be kicking off March 16th. There's 3 different rides. And then it's going to go again the following Saturday, which is the 23rd. And then it'll go again the following Saturday, which will be the 30th. The 30th is the day before Easter. So we've got on the 29th, we're going to be doing our game day and our bingo and our bidding for bargains. And then the 30th will be the final day of the Bunny Express. And then on Sunday, the 31st, is when Easter lands this year. So it's within the month of March. I know it's throwing everybody for a little bit of a loop, but yep. It's going to be the day before Easter. So if you, like us, tend to be surrounded with family during the holiday time. If you've got grandbabies that are going to be coming in for Easter dinner or enjoying the Easter weekend with you, what fun would it be to take them out on the Bunny Express with the Fox River Trolley, right? The Fox Trolley, you can give me a call today. I can get you in on those tickets. We have got them. They're $30 a person. You can pick them up for $16 each. And again, I've only got 2 pair remaining. So I've got only 2 of them left for the 16th, the opening weekend. The 16th, I've got 2 of them left, and that is for the 11:30 train ride. And then the following weeks, like, I'm surprised. I thought that the first Saturday that would have sold out would have been more of the final weekend when everybody's got their family around. So if you're thinking, sometimes that is the hardest thing to do, is what can I do to keep everybody active? I've got the whole family. They're going to be hanging out around the house. Maybe I want to do a little last minute prep before. Where can I send them? Where can I shoot them out to go and enjoy some fun while I do my little last minute things? Or if I've got everything in the house taken care of, at Christmas time, we always take the kitty cats, go to see Santa, or go to ride the train for Christmas time. Again, you're going to have them here. Might as well enjoy something fun with them. Take them to the Bunny Express. Now, for the final day, the Saturday before Easter, I've got all 3 rides available. So if you want to do the 10 o'clock for the Bunny Express, if you want to do the 11:30, or if you want to do the 1, give me a call right now. $30 value. We've got them for $16. Or you can get a pair of those right now for $30. So we've got them for $16 each, or you can get a pair right now for just $30. I will let you know as well, with that order, you will get, again, for the $30, a pair of them for $30, 2 of our bingo cards for our game day gift certificate and cash game day fun coming up. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, caller. To whom am I speaking?
Wendy.
Hi, Miss Wendy. How you doing, my friend?
Hanging in there every day.
Yeah, that's it exactly. So what is your basic home remedy if you are under the weather? I heard that Bob said he would do Alka-Seltzer cold medicine. What would you do?
Well, I do the Alka-Seltzer, but I take sometimes pop fizz ones.
Yeah.
I do the tablets. But I have a booklet that I log to Medicare with, and I get all my medicines for free. Are you talking about them emergency ones?
Yeah. I think
the powder pack?
Yeah, well, it's not a powder pack. The one that I had, and I looked it up when I was on break, I think it was called Airborne. And it was it came like in a tube, and it looked like a big Alka-Seltzer pill. And you would, you dissolve it in water, and it usually kind of had like a tangy kind of taste to it, but it was enough to keep whatever was you were coming down with at bay, right? So everything, I feel fine. It's just getting through the whole congestion. I can tell, like I said, it's all in my head. It's just in my sinuses.
Oh, I got something in my head too, but I don't know. I need to go to the doctor. I just dread going every day. I just keep on putting it off. I don't know if it's ringing in the ear or what, but I don't get any sleep.
Tinnitus.
I can't even barely watch TV because I can hear it. It's so piercing loud. It's unreal.
You know what? That they just had, do you ever get ARP, like the magazine ARP for the AA?
Yeah.
They just had an article in that magazine, maybe the last month. If I can find it, I'll bring it in and put it in the Redemption Center for you. But they just had a whole article.
I might have it right here.
Do you? Yeah, they just had a whole article on tinnitus. It's called tinnitus. That's what the ringing in your ears is. And
but this is unreal what I'm going through right now.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to suffer like that. I would definitely go to an ENT kind of doctor. And I know what you're talking about. You don't want to go because sometimes the fear of knowing. But if anybody is watching us,
I was reading an article about that today about the fear of knowing.
Yep, that's exactly it. And sometimes, the one thing that happens with tinnitus is sometimes it can be as easy. Now, the ringing, when it comes that loud, I'm not sure. But sometimes it's as easy as, my doctor would explain it to me, like you've got all this little villi in your ears, like little hairs, like in your nose, in your ears, and they spin a certain direction. And when that spinning is off, like it's going opposite, instead of the same way in both ears, like it's going opposite. I don't know if I can do that backwards. It's kind of like touching your head and patting your stomach, right? Anyway, and that is enough that can throw your balance off. That can throw, and usually it happens like if you have an ear infection or you're stuffy, it just messes up your equilibrium,
I've had this for a year, and I just keep on putting it off.
Yeah, don't. And I'm going to challenge you on something, Wendy, because I was having some issue with something, and now I have, I'm wearing a monitor that I have to wear for 30 days because I had blown it off. So don't blow it off. That's something easy. Just go find an ENT. And like I said, there's a lot of people that are having it. And maybe I wonder even if it's got something to do with just the pressure, the barometric pressure that happens out there, because that also is putting then a pressure on your ears. The volume thing would probably drive me crazy. You don't have hearing aids, right?
No.
Yeah, I would check it out. Don't, you know what? Take my challenge. Like I said, I got out there and finally did something, and I should have done it a long time ago. But, take my challenge and get it. And I'll ask you about it.
I have a question.
I'm going to hold you to task.
Do you know how to read the chats on the chat line?
How to read the chat on the chat line? With right now, you mean with our new system, or are you talking about? You know what? I probably do. I think I just have to bring it up on my screen.
Okay. Because you got several chats.
Do I? Oh, are they nice?
Yes, you do. Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to check it out here. I will. Well, thank you for telling me. Yeah, I should do that too. I'm learning the one side of the system, so I apologize to everybody out there. I'm not ignoring everybody, so I will follow that up. Thank you for that, though, baby.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Okay. See ya. Bye-bye. 847-931-1410. I honestly say that we have got some of the best listeners in the universe. You guys are great. I trust it. I'm going to get myself on board so I can respond to some of those. We're going to take a real quick commercial break, and I can get my tutor in here, Tutor Sonar, and find out how I can check in on that. Otherwise, we'll be back with more super savings, 25% off. Next up, we're going to be talking about the Whiskey and Cigar Social. Now, somebody had called in, Kim called in prior to our last break there and got in on a pair of tickets. We're almost out. And if you want to join us in April out at the Distance Social, it's actually a Distance Social sponsored event. We're going to be outside at the depot. So it's going to be great fun. I do believe, if I remember right, Uncle Gary's going to be joining me out there as well. So plan on attending. Get your tickets here, 847-931-1410. We'll be back in just a bit.
For great quality tasting Italian food and pizza, make your destination the Italian Pizza Kitchen on Irving Park in Roselle. The freshest Italian ingredients are used at Italian Pizza Kitchen, where the plentiful pasta dishes are created from old home recipes. Try the piping hot pizza or other favorites like the fall off the bone ribs. Italian Pizza Kitchen has a passion for outstanding food and service. From their family to yours, Bon Appetito. Call 630-582-1900.
As the Elgin Police Department continues to participate in the Distracted Driving campaign, they wanted to share some tips from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website regarding safe driving. If you are expecting a text or need to send one, pull over and park your car in a safe location. Once you are safely off the road and parked, it's safe to text. Designate your passenger as your designated texter. Allow them to access your phone to respond to calls or messages. Do not engage in social media scrolling or messaging while driving. Are you struggling not to text and drive? Activate your phone's Do Not Disturb feature or put your cell phone in the trunk, the glove box, or the back seat of your vehicle until you arrive at your destination. Remember, the Elgin Police are conducting directed patrols to enforce distracted driving violations. Just drive and stay safe. A message from our friends at the Elgin Police Department and your friends here at WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Anderson Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off healthcare because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
For an absolutely amazing meal and attentive smiling staff, try Red Ox Restaurant and Bar in Hampshire. They have a delicious Friday night fish fry. There's so many great dishes on the menu that'll keep you returning. Try their savory French onion soup. Then for your main course, choose from a wide variety of steaks and chops, fried chicken, shrimp, or juicy prime rib, done just the way you like it. Red Ox also has daily specials and a full bar for you and your friends. Visit redoxhampshire.com today. Hit the open road and experience the fresh air of Wisconsin at the Grand Stay Hotel and Suites in Mount Horeb. This award-winning hotel is just outside Madison. Mount Horeb is known as the troll capital of the world. Families can go on a troll hunt through the historic downtown or check out Cave of the Mounds just minutes down the road. The Grand Stay offers a beautiful pool and a hot tub with year-round fun. Visit grandstaymounthoreb.com today to schedule your visit.
One of the things we're proud of at WRMN is our connection to the local community. In fact, recently we hosted a fundraiser for a longtime listener, Gene Wheeler, and first shift listener George Rollinson says it turned out perfectly.
Perfection is a moving target. You try to hit that bullseye and you zone in on it. It moves a little to the left and it moves a little to the right. I don't know. I'd say we hit a bullseye. I don't know how that could have been any better.
Working together to make Elgin better. We are WRMN AM 1410, serving the local community since 1949.
Did you know you could have shopping show certificates mailed to you? Simply tell the host you would like to be a credit card or regular mail order customer and we will explain the rest. Now, back to more savings on the Radio Shopping Show.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Radio Shopping Show. Hello, this is Leah sitting in the hot seat today. I am back. Terry, great news. And Miss Wendy, I'm going to say a shout out to you as well for letting me know and reminding me to check out on the chat. Say hi to Miss Catherine. We'll do a shout out to you as well. Terry, she did set her, and I like this, honest to goodness, it helps me all the time. She said she's going to set a reminder on her calendar that the show starts at 3. She missed the first hour. A lot of great recommendations as well on how to kind of get this crud out of your head. Other people are struggling at Connie. It sounds like you guys have it too. I think I sometimes wonder if we end up saying and throwing out allergies, because sometimes I say that quite often and I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I can just feel it's right here in the face. And so anybody else, if you're going through it, what I've been talking about is folks have been giving up some tips and suggestions on our Facebook page. I have a throat coat natural tea that comes to you from Jules. Somebody else said fresh lemons and cool down boiled water. Chamomile tea and peppermint tea is another one. So I always like it. And Wendy, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the pictures. We did have, recently I was gone, and so I got some pictures together about enjoying the destinations that we were at and just getting sometimes and this is why I stopped in my tracks when I saw that there were buds on the trees. That's been an ongoing joke with Uncle Gare and I, is that every time we do the show, I'm thinking, okay, well, I just want to get and check out the different trees, right? I wanted to see are there any buds on it yet? Because that is the sign that spring is coming. And that is the sign for me, clearly the definition of color returning. I feel sometimes that it is like the Wizard of Oz, when in the wintertime you deal with all black and white. We have snow, we have slush, we have crud. We don't have color. We don't have the beauty of flowers. We don't have the beauty of greenery and green grass. So when I see buds growing on a tree and they're so brightly colored green, it's like they're waving at me and saying, welcome, just get ready for the beauty that's about to unload here. That's the fun thing about this time time of the year. And again, I think it goes hand in hand with Easter. We've been talking and featuring some of the great Easter activities that we have going on. Now, whether it's something that is specifically honed in right for Easter, we had the bunny breakfast over at Lamb's Farm. We have the Bunny Express, which is the train ride and the hunt for the Easter bunny that's happening with the Fox Trolley, which, as a sidebar, we are going to be having Damon joining me tomorrow at 11 a.m. during one-on-one. He's going to join me tomorrow morning to talk about the bunny train. The bunny train is a magical trip that allows you to get out there and actually find the Easter bunny. I was saying this on our Facebook page that the fun thing about starting new station and challenges and the different things is that it's like an adventure. It's like I need to find the puzzle. It's like doing a real fun Sudoku, only we get to do it live on the air, and you guys are wonderful to just be in the sidelines and either cheering us off or kind of saying, girl, I can't believe you're not that smart. But I like a challenge and I like an adventure. So we're doing this kind of ride together. So I'm glad to have you on board. Hi to Miss Shelley coming in as well. Thank you so much for the welcome back. I also enjoy talking with a lot of our friends out there. So Shelley, you are one of my great chats as well. Shelley was one, if this is the right Shelley was one that did the co-host with the most a couple of times and did a fantastic job. Joined us once during the weekday and then joined us again on the weekend where we got to do a 4-hour show. Well, a week from this Saturday, on the 16th, I will be hosting a show with our next co-host with the most winner, Miss Brenda from La Crosse, Wisconsin. Now, she might be in one of the suburbs of La Crosse, but I still always call her La Crosse, is going to be joining me in the show. So that morning, she's going to be coming on down. She's driving down here, and she won the co-host with the most during our bidding for bargains from January, and she's going to be joining us. So we have her joining me this next Saturday, the 16th. She'll be on the air with me. 847-931-1410 is the phone number. If you are listening, you're probably getting a lot of this head sinus thing on there, so I'm going to apologize for that, but I'm looking for some remedies. We had Jeff called us up and said eating a lot of watermelon, just have 2 days of watermelon diet, which maybe it's the vitamins in it, and I think personally, because watermelon is such a high water content, that I think getting yourself hydrated is part of the get well quick kind of idea. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, caller. To whom am I speaking?
David.
David, how you doing?
Okay, so my home remedy recommendation, maybe I mentioned it already, I'm not sure, but zinc and vitamin D. Zinc boosts the immune system, vitamin D, and vitamin K helps vitamin D work, and vitamin D helps the zinc work, I think.
They must help each other. Somebody, they must benefit each other somewhere, because I know, like on that Airborne that I was talking about, that tube where you get the large dissolvable pill in it, that does have zinc in it. So usually that does go, especially from a good health or a preventative, like, when you feel yourself coming down with it, take it right away and it'll help keep it at bay, right?
Yeah, and it sounds like a strange recommendation, what I'm going to say, but I don't know if it's how much is for colds, but chiropractic is good for the whole body to help it work better. It's not just, my back is in pain or my arm is in pain. Okay, I got a sciatic nerve. But so the chiropractic helps the body, the channel from the brain to the rest of the body, keep the nerves and... You know what?
I buy that. Open. I buy that because I think it's the same as yoga. I think we all have a center balance. And it just depends on what tools you want to do to get to it. So I agree with that, and it's not an odd suggestion. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate you.
Yeah, the yoga meditation, I don't recommend that because, meditation that's another.
Yeah, I think it's, sometimes I think there's a little mind over matter. So I think either way it can work. But I got to go to a break. But thank you so much, David.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
And garlic.
All right.
Bye.
Hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 5 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Hi, Sky Rizzy. Explore proven results with Sky Rizzy. In Kane County, school enrollment may be going down, but far from that trend, the count of homeless students has stayed steady. This year alone, 2,600 students registered as homeless, with the Elgin School District U46 witnessing the most enrollments. Under the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act, these students are guaranteed support to help them access education. The Elgin City Council met last night with the Committee of the Whole and the City Council agendas, both on the social media pages for the City of Elgin. Meanwhile, if you missed last night's meeting, you can still watch it. It's on the City of Elgin YouTube channel, youtube.com/City of Elgin. The City of Elgin thanking volunteers and city crews who turned out for Elgin's right-of-way cleanup initiative, which began this week. The annual initiative led by the Land Division Management Division and is part of the city's spring cleaning efforts. With your AM 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy? Totalmente. And you get unlimited 5G data, $25 a line for 4 lines on the unlimited plan at an amazing price with no contracts. Should you switch to Total by Verizon? Definitely. Totalmente. Find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Monthly rate when you activate with autopay plus taxes and fees. Discount begins the month after you enroll. Additional terms apply. See website for data management practices.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead in line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
WRMN has been serving Elgin and the Fox Valley for 75 years, featuring a combination of local news, information, and entertainment in the mornings, followed by the radio shopping show for 5 hours each weekday. The first shift with Marky B starts your morning at 6 a.m., and it's always fun when Larry Jones is a part of the show.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
Can't haze. You'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did, good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
And then there'll be a lot of people that come out of the say that I also hazed
I
him.
remember when Mark hazed me. I've been hazed.
Mark hazed me back in 2012.
2012. I remember in Memphis one time. He was really mean to me.
It's first shift fun and information in the morning, combined with the radio shopping show to save you money. And you get it right here on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook, and WRMN1410.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The NHL trade deadline is looming. The Blackhawks will likely make some moves with the team in the basement of the Central Division standings. Some of the high-value targets that remain include Tyler Johnson. They won a Stanley Cup with Tampa Bay. Colin Blackwell and Ryan Donato could also draw some interest. The Blackhawks snapped a 22-game road losing skid with a win on Tuesday night at Phoenix. They head back to the East Coast and visit the Capitals this Saturday night. The Bulls beat the Jazz 119-117 last night. DeMar DeRozan had 29 points. Chicago remains in the hunt for a playoff spot. They've won 2 in a row. They're 9th in the East with a 2-game advantage over 10th place Atlanta. The White Sox and Bears reportedly have talked about teaming up in what's being called a financing partnership as both teams look to build new stadiums and will likely have their hands out for public tax subsidies. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my Cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial. Must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan, depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Picture this. It's Saturday morning and you're on your John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground on your new landscaping project. Next, you're moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever. And now, you're enjoying the warmth of the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand everything you can do with a John Deere compact tractor, 'cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the seat. 'Cause. You just have to get in the
The Radio Shopping Show is sponsored by WRMN and the businesses where the certificates mentioned on this program may be redeemed. Welcome to the Radio Shopping Show, the most amazing show on the radio. The Radio Shopping Show is a fun and unique way to save 40, 50, 60% or even more on travel destinations, family or fine dining, entertainment, auto services, plus thousands of other items. To participate on the Radio Shopping Show, simply call area code 847-931-1410. 931-1410. Questions about various merchandise and how to shop with us are welcome as well. Or go to our website, www.wrmn1410.com. Now, let's save money with the Radio Shopping Show.
And welcome back, everybody, to WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN1410.com. We are broadcasting live right now from Studio 14. As you can see, like I said, it's an adventure. I found my way to the chat. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Give a couple shout outs if you are following along. I want to say hi to Miss Catherine and Miss Terry. And I did have the opportunity to hear some of the comments when we had new broadcast owners here talking. Dean and Sonar were in the studio, and so I want to say thank you to everybody for your support. You know, we've got a great team and we're building something. So the one thing that we want to do is ask your patience as we make our way through some of these initial growing patterns, and then just sit back and enjoy the ride, man. I said when I was going to start the show today, it was going to be very open about learning the tools and learning the software and learning the systems. I consistently, in all of the years, I look at it now and I think it's almost 3 decades. That's a lot of time in radio. But I consistently have always kind of opened up. I'm an open book. So you guys know about my family. You know, if I messed up, if I've got something off here, I will even be so much as to ask for help if I don't know the answer. Miss Wendy, again, one of our heroes, Miss Wendy did respond to me and say that, yes, indeed, it was the 65th phone call. So, and what we were talking about is we are going to be bringing back our bingo. So those of you who might have been a little bit worried that our bingo growth pattern is going to be chopped off and come to a halt, not so much. The 29th of March is going to be our next game day. Now we're going to have not only bingo, but we're going to be having our restock day as what our Fridays will be. Now remember, we are taking a hiatus from our Saturday programming. Not only the programming, but also from the Redemption Center. So keep those two little elements in your noggin. As I said, Miss Terry took advantage of the idea too. And I said, if you have to, just put it in your phone. Make sure, put it on your calendar. That way, every day, the one neatest thing, and I wasn't planning on this when I started giving this little tip, is that when I wake up each day, if I've got a message or something on my calendar, it announces it right from the get-go of the day. And I like that because it lets me kind of plan around it. If I know at 2 o'clock I have a meeting, or if I see it on my calendar, but I don't have a defined time, it means get your investigating done early. It will help prevent you from losing out on some of those great deals with all the packages and patterns that we have here on the show. It will also help you just kind of stay on top of any kind of appointments that you might have. But use your phone and your tools. It doesn't mean you have to be a rocket science to know how to do all these little things. Lord knows I don't do much of social media. I don't do Twitter. I don't do TikTok. I am happy with my own little state of the world. So if you are like me, I will be more than willing to walk you through how to get on the WRMN app, how it is that you can listen to the show, how it is that you can sign up for texting. So what I wanted to do during this segment is I wanted to see, and I was told that we can zoom in. So I'm going to see if I can do this here. Zoom in to our screen. And I'm going to say it this way because I want to see if I can show you exactly, and I might not be doing it the right way. So if I can show you, here we go, exactly what the phone looks like. So we're going to take it off of here. We're going to go to this one. All right. And then if we look on the Zoom, and we're going to move it over here, and I'm going to zoom in on the phone. So if you guys can bear with me here a second, I want to see if I can zoom in on the phone. Remember I told you we're learning this together, right? So if we can do that, and we'll see if that brings it up bigger on the board. 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. So it's trying to zoom it. So again, this is the fun part. We're going to learn together. It's an adventure. That's the great thing about doing something new. Remember when I told you that if you are ever meeting and if there's challenges, we all become creatures of habit. I think the ability to adapt is probably one of the best traits that you can carry as a human being. So if you want to join and look at it, things the different way that we're doing here now, you might want to follow along. I'm going to put my phone back up here so I can see if I can gather it. 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. We're going to see if we can zoom in on this and see if it will work. Now, also, just to let you know, and obviously I'm not that talented, so this is going to be my next step, is to see if I can bring this up for all of us. And it looks like I'm not going to be that smart. So I'm going to give myself a challenge. You know, I just said to Miss Wendy, you got to go get your ears checked out. I'm going to give myself an assignment. That before tomorrow, I'm going to be on tomorrow from 11 until 1. So it's still going to be the regular programming for one more week. Be expected to change. You know, it's one thing that I always say the consistent in radio is that things are always changing. Now, that is an amen, hats off, and a hallelujah this week especially. But it's all for the greater good, right? So I'm going to give myself the assignment to learn that. So when I can go through and show it to you, I can do it in fruition and be very slick and, like smooth transition on there. So that's going to be my assignment to myself. But if you are interested and you want to, I had somebody contact me this week and they said, I had no idea. The Redemption Center, went there to show up, and the Redemption Center was closed. And believe me, I sympathize and I understand that frustration. We do as much as possible to get the word out about those changes, but it doesn't mean that the time I mention it on the air is the time that you're going to be listening. That's where we're going to kind of bring together all of this multimedia network that we have here and use all of those platforms to try and get that message to you. But there is little accountability. You want to be the one. You want to make sure that you're signing up or subscribing to our YouTube page. You want to make sure that you are following us on Facebook. You want to make sure that you signed up for our text club. Or, for example, on Monday, the very same day that we initiated the changes, that very same day, you know what I did? I put out an email. So if you are getting our emails, you would see that very same day the new hours. So I sent it out in an email right away on Monday. But you have to be signed up for that email. How do you do that? Well, let's tell you what. Let's go to our site. So right now I'm going to give you a couple seconds here. Get on Facebook. So if you want, get on your Facebook. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how you can sign up. All right. Now, if you're not a shopper for our key tag messages, I can't really help you out in the text, but just to tell you how it is, because it can be a little confusing, how you can sign up and to get a key tag and start shopping with us. The first thing would be is to get that key tag. So if you go to the website at WRMN1410.com, and I'm going to bring that up right away here. So WRMN1410.com. And then I'm going to bring this up on our screen here. So I'll do a little splitsy here for you, okay? Maybe. Let's do that up and we'll bring it in on our screen. Let's see here. And I'm going to see if I can get it in on the same one. All right. So if you go to the website, and I had this figured out real easy before. If you go to the website, and then there we go. So you go to the website, and as you've got it on the screen, you can see I've got it up there right now. I don't know if you can see my little arrow, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to the upper right-hand corner here. We are going to do a sign up, and you can see that right away right there. You can go to sign up for the website. All right. So you can check that out. and it says sign up or log in. Now, if you've not gotten a key tag, or if you just go through here and peruse the inventory or shop now, you haven't gotten your key tag yet, you have to start with the sign up. Think about that. Any website you go to, if you're doing it for the first time and you want to follow it or you want to get their messages or their notes, that's the best way to do it. Anybody who signs up, even if you are already a key tag holder, I'll get the notice. I'll see that we've already got a name for you. If you sign up, it will put you into our e-blast confirmation, because anybody who signs up will get into that e-blast confirmation. 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. So if you sign up, you click on that. And right now I'm kind of frozen on the screen, so I'm not going to be able to move it and show my way through. Let's get my house back in order here. We'll move this on over, and it might just be that we might need a new battery in our wireless mouse. So let's see if we can do this here. All right. Now, for individuals, if by chance you are following along and maybe, I'm going to move this over here, we got stuck in a hold mode here. That figures. That's why it's called Real Radio. That's why when it's on for the first time, you can see on here, hopefully this is going to give you some jacked up and excited time to be a part of our Dells excursions where nature and fun collide. That's the page that I have up on the board here, but unfortunately I am stuck on it. So we're going to see if we can switch on out of here. 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. All right, so I was able to get out of there, and we're going to move it on. This is where, like I said earlier, we learn. This is where we get to find our way around the system without causing any difficulties here. I am sitting with a scroll, and Dean, you are back there. If you are listening and have any wisdom on here, feel free to scoot on down the hall and let me know. Right now we're looking at a page that just happens to be our Wisconsin Dells. It's the one that I landed on when you go. Some people don't know how to get to the actual original home page. If you scoot on, there's a little arrow on the left side there. You'll see it right by River's Edge Pub and Grub. If you click on that, there are three almost like header pages, if you want to call it. They're like header pages that you can look at that will give you different pieces of information. Some of them on the top there, you'll notice the different items. For example, I call them tabs. If you look like if you had a box with hanging file folders, and each file folder has a different label or purpose on it, those are tabs. And so on the top part of the page right now, right above all of the Wisconsin Dells items, you'll see home, you'll see shop now, you'll see learn about the radio shopping show, you'll see daily deals and new businesses, you'll see redemption center, stay connected, bidding for bargains, and brands. You'll see them all on that page. This is a plethora of information that from the Shop Now will provide you with all of the inventory that's available to shop online. Now, this is our online site. So everything that's available when it comes to inventory, you can acquire from this position. Now, if you want to learn about the radio shopping show, if I could move my cursor here, I would do so. There we go. Maybe this will help. There we go. All right. To learn about the radio shopping show, if we scroll down on that page, this will not only tell you about the radio shopping show, you can see that's where my I-beam or my finger is right now. If you scroll down, you'll learn about ambassadors. Now, there are a lot of people, and as we make our way through this 75th year, the 75th anniversary of the radio shopping show, people have had the opportunity to earn their ambassador badges. And with our ambassador badge, if you click on here, you will see that there are, let me click on it real quickly. You'll see that there is 2 pages of inventory on there that you can learn about when it comes to, here we go. So you'll see there's 2 pages right here where you can print these off if you want and then just answer the questions. Unfortunately, I can't allow you to fill this in. I'm not that smart, but I did get it up on the page. So you can fill these out and then you can drop it by our Redemption Center Monday through Friday from 12 p.m. until 3 o'clock. So that's the hours with the Redemption Center is open. You can fill this out. It's very easy, guys. From placing an order this week, of course, you guys are shopping with us. That's the whole purpose about listening to the radio shopping show. So more than likely you placed an order. Did you earn a bingo card? That's another one. We've got bingo started. So anybody that gets to $15 or more, for every $15 on the show, you can earn a bingo card. Meaning if you get to 30, you get 2 cards, 45, 3 cards. Now you can also, which a lot of people don't know, is that you can send the phrase bingo to customer service at WRMN1410.com and get a free bingo card. Did y'all know that? I'm going to put it up on our Facebook page because I guarantee a lot of you did not know that. So I'm going to put right here to earn 1. Now you only get 1, but to earn 1 free bingo card, we're going to do this for you right now. You can send the phrase, and I'm just going to put bingo. You know, you can win bingo, you can do all that, but I'm just going to make it easy. So send the phrase bingo, just the word bingo, you know, had a doggo, that one. So send the phrase bingo to customer service at WRMN1410.com. And what that will do is it'll earn you 1 free bingo card. And that will then encourage you to play along when it comes to our next. So you can see this is my board right here that I'm sending it. So you can tell I did finally figure out how to do the chats. That's kind of fun. Let's go back to our website. So anyway, it's very easy to earn a bingo card during the campaign. You can download the radio app. That's by going to your smartphone. Now, if you're an Android user, you're going to go to your Play Store. If you are an Apple or iPhone, then you'll go to your Apple Store. You can go and search. Make sure you search WRMN. Now, if you search for WRMN or WRMN 1410 or WRMN radio, you'll want to find the logo. And that's this little logo that you can see in the upper left-hand side of the screen here with our Facebook page. So you can click on that, download the app, which is free, and then just send us a snapshot of the idea that you downloaded. You can do a screenshot, whatever you want. I know on my Android, your volume, your up and down volume, if you use your down volume and your start button and print and hit the 2 of those together, it'll take a screenshot of what your paper is. So again, that's another item on our ambassador status. Is your address, phone number, and email all up to date? Well, that takes 2 seconds, right? I have to say I'm a victim of this enough on my own, and I use this example quite a bit on the air, is that sometimes, you know what, I might have changed my email address or I use a different one now, or years back when we did the Yahoos or the AOLs or the Hotmails, you updated it. Most people these days, I think society has kind of moved us most to having a Gmail these days, but if you had it or changed it, make sure you update it. That's another check off your ambassador status page. All right, so you get the gist. Take this, complete it, fill it out, bring it to the Redemption Center Monday through Friday from 12 until 3. And then at our next event, which next week, Thursday, we're going to be out. I think that's the 14th. Let me confirm that on my calendar. I don't want to lead you guys astray. Obviously, the 14th. So next week, 1 week from today, we are going to be at Elgin Public House. We have a brand new segment that is called Out to Lunch, and we are going to be celebrating our very first episode out at Elgin Public House. Anybody who was listening today during the midday had a chance to hear from Chef Greg, who has now announced that he is hoping to retire. He wants to enjoy his lovely time with his lovely wife and grandkids. He's got some beautiful grandbabies and is looking to sell the place. So if there's anybody out there that's looking for a buy, it's a great gig. If you've not yet been there, I'm going to recommend, if anything, come join us on the 14th. We'll be there at noon. Come join us on our Out to Lunch segment with the Elgin Public House. All right, so let's get back to our page here. So we figured out our ambassador page. That's all about learning about the radio shopping show or our daily deals. So on our daily deals, Monday through Friday, you'll see a deal that carries the feature of the day. Now, our deal for today happens to be 25% off. Now, I've been saying you can get your whiskey and cigar social today for what, $32? Normally, it's an $80 value for $45. You can take 25% off of that. The only exclusion from our 25% off savings is going to be on our new products. So in order to find out, and quite often when we have that exclusion out there, individuals will say, well, how do I know what the new product is? I show you. See, it's that easy. So under our daily deals right now, we're going to go back. So this is where you're on a solid road and you're going to take one little step up to see what's behind that door. That's where we clicked on and find out what our daily deal is, our 25% off. Now, if we want to find out what's new, we're going to take a step back. So I'm going to go back a step right here. And then I'm going to scroll down. Now we're still on our main pathway here, right? And find out what's new. So can you see that? So if we click on that what's new, this is our way of announcing what has come to the table that you've been waiting for. But it also is showing you this is brand new inventory. Grab it now. Unfortunately, you can't use it on the 25% off. But this is a great opportunity for you to get in on it. So right now we have Gilbert Eagles Club. That is the dine-in haddock dinner. Every year we've been promoting them for a good handful or two of years. I've had people call in and talk about how great this fish fry is. I think if anything, and there's a lot that Lenten can bring and the Easter season can bring and Pentecost, all that can bring to the table. But I love the fact that it reminds me to get back to my Friday fish fries. That, when you're in Wisconsin, that is a staple. That is where you're going to go, where you're going to do your Friday fish fry this week. This is a nice one that it brings out there because it's a $13.50 certificate. It is dine-in. Now, pay attention to that on some of our certificates. Some of them are dine-in only. Some of them are pickup only, but acknowledge it and use the wording for what it's intended. Don't think you can sway it or change it up. If it says that it is dine-in only, you don't order it, take one bite and box the rest up. That's enough to lose your privileges here. But if you are going to go somewhere and it says dine in only, kick back, enjoy a wonderful night, get some sit down dining and have some savings in the meantime. So the Gilbert Eagles Club is a dine in certificate. So that means don't plan on going there, getting a couple orders and taking it to go. You're going to sit down, have a nice little cocktail. The Eagles Club fish fry runs from 5 until 8 p.m. every Friday at the Eagles Club, located at 325 Wrmn Street. That's right off of Tyrell Road, about a half mile north of Big Timber. It's in Gilbert. It's called the Gilbert Eagles Club. That certificate, or the certificate that we have on the show, is actually good for a haddock dinner. Now, they do have baked salmon. They've got baked or fried walleye. They've got baked cod. They've got fried shrimp. You know, our baked cod or our baked haddock, we used to call poor man's lobster. I don't know if they do that here, but that was always, we'd call it poor man's lobster. And my kids, that was one of their favorite meals. We would have that and usually have some kind of green vegetable and have a baked potato. Delicious. But a lot of people enjoy the baked or the broiled cod or haddock too, so I appreciate that. So they've got it either way depending on what you fancy. They've also got it fried. That does include the walleye. They've got fried shrimp there if you want. If there's an upcharge, you just pay the difference in what the pricing would be based on that haddock order. Now, this is good until May 11th, so it even extends past the Easter holiday. Call us up today, 1350 certificate. You can get that today on the radio shopping show. And again, it is called the Gilbert's Fish Fry. The haddock dinner and it is for a sit down. So the Gilbert Eagles Club fish fry, $13.50 on the value. We have got that for just $7 today. So $7, and it's got your name on it. You guys can see how I back out of here just to show you how it is that we hook that up. All right, so we have got that new item. If we go to WRMN 1410, we're going to go back to our What's New. The Gilbert Eagles Club. Now, we do have the Whiskey and Cigar Social, but I happen to know that this has been out there 2 weeks now because we promoted it and kicked it off with Joey in the studio, and that is about 2 weeks ago. So we've got the Whiskey and Cigar Social by the Distance Social. It is an $80 admission. Normally, we've got that for $45. Today, you can pick it up for just $34. 847-931-1410. Volo Auto Museum is another one. Now, I'm mentioning these prices because our 25% off sale today on our daily deals does not include the new items. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hello, caller. To whom am I speaking?
This is Dr. Walker. I'm calling actually from Alaska. We just wanted to let you know that we're watching from Alaskan weather station.
Wow. So how is the season up in Alaska right now?
Well, I'm up as far as you can go legally up in here at the weather station. It's quite cold here. I'm a weatherologist.
Okay. How long have you been there?
We watched. I'm on assignment up here for 90 days straight.
Wow. Okay, so are you from stateside originally, or?
Yes.
Okay.
But they fly us in, and we're here on 90 day station. We do not leave this place for 90 days.
So, and is that through the weatherologist or the meteorologist association, or how is it you get that gig?
Well, I work for the government, but I'm a weatherologist, and that specializes in doing certain actual studies.
That's fantastic.
As opposed to a meteorologist that announces the weather.
So, are you you caught up with us through our social media feed or our stream?
Actually, YouTube. We're on satellite.
Oh, nice.
And I'm actually talking to you also from a satellite phone.
You know what? God bless technology, man, huh?
Yeah. Well, I just want to tell you, you guys, your particular station helps us pass the time up here, and we enjoy your content.
You know what? That just warms my heart. I tell you what, if I can make somebody smile in Alaska, I've done it. I can sleep well tonight. And what was your name again?
Yeah, Dr. Walker.
Dr. Walker, it is a
PhD.
pleasure, and thank you, Dr. Walker, PhD, for all the work that you're doing on behalf of the government. We appreciate you.
All right, take care. God bless.
You too. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Boy, I tell you what, it can't get any better than that. Holy Toledo. That's probably one of the first calls I've had of anybody. I've had people call me from out of the country, but I love the fact that he is up in Alaska. I could have had a whole show's worth of questions for him. 847-931-1410. Well, if we entertain, God bless America, I'm doing my job. We're going to take a real quick commercial break. I want to remind you, you're listening to WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN1410.com. You can also check it out on YouTube, like our doctor friend up in Alaska. We'll be back with more Radio Shopping Show and more after these messages.
Hey there, this is Matt in the mornings, inviting you to live large for less by listening to the Radio Shopping Show, weekdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 4 to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. Find out more about WRMN, from our daily deals to our weekend programming to our open office hours. Check out our website at WRMN1410.com and come see us sometime at 14 Douglas Avenue in downtown Elgin. Home of local radio for 75 years, we are WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook. Here at WRMN Radio, we try to connect with the community and discuss important issues, like our current mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, I mean, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow. I know it's difficult. I definitely feel the pinch. We all feel the pinch at the gas pump, at the grocery store, right, in our rents, but I think most people could handle 27 cents a day to help kids and seniors and people experiencing homelessness.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous Handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. The lightest, fluffiest pancakes are calling your name at JoJo's Diner, 1935 West Gulf Road in Schaumburg. JoJo's has a huge breakfast menu featuring skillets, eggs Benedict, and so much more. Don't stop at breakfast. JoJo's also offers great burgers, sandwiches, and shakes. And for mouth-watering prime rib, try JoJo's for dinner. They have such a versatile menu. JoJo's Diner is family-owned and operated, and it's one of Schaumburg's best-kept secrets. Visit jojosdiner.com today.
Culver's on North McLean and Elgin has added another Scoopy Night scheduled for February. Culver's Scoopy Nights raise funds for area organizations and run from 4 till 8. On Wednesday, February 21st, proceeds benefit the St. Edward's High School Parent Connect. Plan to attend all of Culver's Scoopy Nights and support our local organizations. For Scoopy Night info or to check out the frozen custard flavor of the day, visit culvers.com or call 224-535-8140. For many years, Italian Pizza Kitchen in Roselle has been serving quality and excellence. Italian Pizza Kitchen is family-owned with experience in preparing authentic Italian cuisine with the freshest, highest quality ingredients since the 50s. Your food is always prepared fresh with the same traditions, recipes, and standards that they've perfected over the years. Italian Pizza Kitchen has a passion for great cuisine and customer service. Visit ItalianPizzaKitchen.com.
Michael Brown, former Undersecretary of Homeland Security and Director of FEMA, is your new full-time host of The Weekend, which airs every Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN. Each week on the popular 3-hour program, Brown offers listeners a fresh take on the weekend talk with his provocative insights into current events, politics, and culture. So late in the day on Saturday, make it a point to catch The Weekend with Michael Brown right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
When you dial 847-931-1410, you'll save 40, 50, 60% and more on available goods and services. Pick up the phone now and dial 847-931-1410. Area code 847-931-1410. And now, back to the Radio Shopping Show.
And welcome back to the Radio Shopping Show, everybody. 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. We've got about 23 minutes on this Thursday edition of the Radio Shopping Show. I wanted to use this time to remind everybody of all of the changes that are happening with WRMN. We are all going about 10 different directions. One of them I will let you know is that our hours have changed. Today, for example, if you're listening to the show right now, you probably would have expected to hear Matt tonight. We have our old school hours. We would have been doing the show till 6, so you haven't really caught or missed anything there. However, did you know that we started the show at 3 p.m.? Indeed. The show now runs Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. So that is the current schedule. There is no morning show. So it runs daily, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. We also run on Friday mornings. I will be on from one-on-one with Leah. I'll be on tomorrow. Will be my final day doing that from 11 until 1. And then I believe next week, Friday, that will be then airing during its new hours, which will be 10 until noon. So plan on being a part of our fun. So right now, remember and keep that in mind. At this time, there is not going to be a Saturday show this week. So there will be no Saturday show this week. I guarantee there's going to be people who are listening or people who are not listening and expecting to call in at their leisure. So the one I'd have to take away, or if there's a piece of information that I can give you is the best piece of info, I guess, or little insider sneak. And little tip here, if I could, is that if you're looking for something, call the show and grab it, because you're not going to have as much opportunity as you used to. So we used to be on twice a day during the week, and people would randomly call in. Quite often we had people just calling in during non-show time. So it's going to be a little bit more detailed. So you're going to have a little bit more responsibility, or at least a little bit more refined time that you can place a call with the Radio Shopping Show. So keep that in mind. I just wanted to let you know that first and foremost. So you want to make sure that if you're going to place an order, or you want to place an order, you call Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday from 3 until 6 p.m. Those are the only times that you can call to order with the Radio Shopping Show. Now, we are not, as I said, going to be on Saturday this week. So do not plan, or if you are listening, you're probably the ones who are going to call in are the ones who aren't listening right now anyway. But we will not be on Saturday morning this week. So we will not be on Saturday morning. So keep that in mind. There's no Redemption Center Saturday morning either. So there will be no representation or people to help you pick up, place an order. You will need to make sure that you order Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday with the live show. Or keep in mind, and a lot of people don't use this, you can order online. And right now, during this first week of our new change and our new look, you can do that and have it mailed for free. So if you get to, I think it's $15, if you have a $15 order, you can get free mail order. So if you go to the website, our new hours might not work for you, no problem. You can order online. Go to WRMN1410.com. Go online. You can order 24/7. There's no restriction. There's no timeline. You can order on a Saturday morning if you want when you use the website. So go to the website, WRMN1410.com. You can place your order. And right now, during this first beginning week of our changes and announcements, it is a free mail order. So I'm just letting you know that real quickly. Now, the other thing I wanted to let you know is that I want to have everybody think WRMN, and I want it to be synonymous with WRMN app. I want it to be WRMN YouTube. I want it to be WRMN Facebook. I want it to be WRMN Radio. I want you to be part of the WRMN e-blast. I want you to be part of the WRMN text club. Now, we have spent the money to put all of these vehicles and platforms out for you to use, so it can notify you when we have changes. It can share special deals and savings with you. It can give you multiple options if by chance you have to power down at night and you live outside of our normal traveling area. All you have to do is switch your listening to your phone, your smartphone, in the app, or by going on our stream on our website or watching us on YouTube. If you did not hear the call prior to us going the break, and I wish, well, at least I know we'll have it, hopefully we'll have it recorded, but the cool thing is that we had a gentleman, a doctor, a weatherologist, called us and said that we help him pass the time. And so hopefully you're listening again, Doc, that we help him pass the time while they are doing their 90-day study up in Alaska. So he is in our northernmost state doing work to help us. I'm sure it's got to do with the climate. Is in our northernmost state and is using WRMN as their tool to kind of help pass the time. So thank you so much for calling us during the show and sharing it. If anything, I'm going to get that into a promo for you just because I thought that was so fun. Well, you can call us up. And again, as I said, with any of those vehicles, the synonymous, I said text club, you can sign up for our e-blast. I showed you that on our site. For example, if you go, now that my mouse is no longer locked up here, let's see if I can get you on board to see it. All right. So if you go to, I got to remember if I can find this one out. Let's see here. Let's try this one. I know that we had it out on here, so I'm going to put it up on the camera and see if I can get it going here for us. All right, so you're going to watch along with me because we're learning together. Don't you like that? We're going to learn together. So we're going to do the screen here, and I'm showing you the difference on what's new and things you can see and do, right? Let me make sure this one is the one that is up and running on your board. There we go. All right, so you can see, hopefully you can see my little cursor here. Right on top, you'll see this button that says sign up or log in. Can you see that? So you'll see a little sign in or log up. If you click on that, it'll see where it says new customers have an account with us will allow you to check out faster in the future. Or I'm going to give you a little sneak here. This will also get you signed up for your email. So if you provide that email there, it will sign you up. Now, if you've already got an account, you can register in here. If you are a frequent, a lot of people don't know this. If you order online and you use that as your only source to order, you can check your account and find out, has it been 30 days since I've done it? Unfortunately, this software does not work for the live show. So if you call during the radio shows and you want to think that you can look it up on there to find out what your history was, unfortunately that doesn't work. But if you are consistently ordering from us on the web, on WRMN1410.com shop now, if that is what you've been using to always get your certificates, you can almost have a history that you can look up each time you sign in. If you are new to this and you don't have a sign in, you're going to click on this where it says create an account. If you click on the create an account, it'll ask you right here for all of your details, your first name and your last name, your email. Now you note on here, there's not a star or asterisk by the address or city or any of that. There's none of that there. So no worries. You don't have to supply that information. If you do use that for the key take and you want to sign up, you will eventually have to put that down and provide a form of payment. But if you want just this to be used as your tool or as your interest, your affirmation of interest that you want to get their emails, click on it here. Get your email out there. If we get your email, especially after today, now that I've announced it, if I get your email through this source, I will make sure you are in on our next e-blast. Our e-blast, I don't flood everybody. You're not going to get a boatload of e-blasts wondering, oh my gosh, I got to get another one. I've done that and participated and signed up for things, and I get so many. Your inbox becomes inundated, and then it's kind of a detriment. There's got to be some rule, scientific data out there that says, all right, how much is too much, man, right? So we are doing this. I usually do it maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. So you're not going to get a whole bunch of them, but that is your quickest, most up-to-date way of finding out if there's a special deal, a special pattern. In this case, Monday, we use that tool to put out what our brand new hours were. So if you would have been signed up for that email, you would have known that our hours now are Monday through Friday from 12 until 3 at the Redemption Center. Those are Redemption Center hours. And our live show hours run Monday through Friday from 3 until 6. Those are parts of the information. That info was part of the email that got sent out on our opening day of the new station. All right, so be a part of it. If you want to go here, this is where you go to sign up, and then all you have to do at the bottom is hit register. I will get the notification. We'll make sure we either get you your key tag or at least get you in with that e-blast, so you will be the next one. The next time we send one out, you will be in that system. So that's one thing I did want to walk away. If every time I do a show here, I like to always share about what's happening in the area. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be back from 11 until 1, and I repeat that because we've got some special guests that are going to be joining me on the air. We're going to talk about what's happening with the National Women's Day. Now, that's going to be having an event at the Elgin Center, and that's right up the street from us here. They're going to be doing that on Saturday. And we'll also be welcoming Damon in the studio. Damon's going to be joining me. Damon Kean is going to be joining me from the Fox River Trolley Museum. And we are going to be talking about the bunny train. Getting really excited about that. Just giving a little bit more detail as to what somebody can expect and why friends and family would want to get out and enjoy this great train ride on the search or quest for the Easter Bunny. We're going to take a real quick commercial break. Right now, I want to remind you, you're listening to WRMN, AM 1410, and WRMN1410.com. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more radio shopping after these messages.
When you need your banker, they should be ready to put you first. At Wintrust, you can have the banking experience you need and the one you deserve. Ready for a change? We've made it even easier. Our new sophisticated online platform makes opening accounts a breeze, but our bankers are always here for you. Open a new Total Access checking account in minutes at wintrust.com/fast. Plus, get $300.
$100 required to open. Requirements to qualify. Must use link to apply.
Member FDIC.
Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
Take your family out or meet up with a friend for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Elgin IHOP, located at 101 Randall Road by the theater. They're open for dining 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Stop in at 3 p.m. for happy hour with discounted meal deals for early birds starting at just $6. You can choose from breakfast choices like the pancake sundaes or juicy burgers, or maybe a classic burrito bowl. Check out the menu at ihop.com today.
Celebrating 70 years of serving the Fox River Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM is proud to inform and entertain you every day with great local shows that keep you connected with the people in your community, like the Radio Shopping Show, where listeners are encouraged to let us know about their experiences with our business partners.
I usually go to Tripleberry during the week. It's not so busy. I had my normal lumberjack omelet. It's like a meat lover's omelet, and their fries are awesome. Just the texture of it, they're a little crisp, soft on the inside. I mean, really good.
The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
A dream that's been cooking for years, Maria's Little Italy in Sycamore is waiting for you to come and enjoy authentic recipes handed down for generations. Stop in and enjoy bruschetta, handmade focaccia bread, pizza, pasta, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, delivery, or catering is all available. Go to mariaslittleitaly.com and see what you've been missing. From their family to yours, welcome to Maria's Little Italy, where food brings families together. Hailing from Tanzania, you'll be thrilled to see the Zuzu African acrobats celebrate the 2,000-year-old Bantu culture of East Africa. The Zuzu acrobats have performed on America's Got Talent, and you can see their incredible acrobatics and energizing African drumming, singing, and dancing this Saturday at 4 at the Egyptian Theater in DeKalb. Each performance has incredible gravity-defying stunts while displaying the grace, beauty, and strength of the African culture. Visit EgyptianTheater.org.
To get in on all the savings, just pick up a phone and call 931-1410. Area code 847-931-1410. For information and a list of available products, go to www.WRMN1410.com. And now, back to the Radio Shopping Show.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Radio Shopping Show. This is Leah here, broadcasting live right now from Studio 14. Of course, you can join us online at WRMN1410.com. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, caller. To whom am I speaking?
101174.
How you doing, Don?
So I just heard the commercial that you're advertising for 4 o'clock on Saturday, but at 7 o'clock on Saturday it's going to be the ELO show.
You know what? I did not call that. So I know the ELO has come in, and that's going to be, so I'll have to update the system. Part of our changes here with the radio is that we did a new software. So my guess is that something has a kink in it there. So you're saying the ad just during this last stop set, you're saying was talking about the wrong show at the Egyptian. Is that accurate?
It was talking about the acrobats, the African acrobats, and I think that actually was last week.
It was. You're right on. Okay, thank you so much. This is why I swear to goodness, I appreciate you guys so much, as does everybody here. So, all right, Groovy, I got it written down. Thanks so much.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye now. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hello, caller. What's your key tag number?
Hey, what's up, Leah? Downtown Jose, 160467.
And what can I do for you, my friend?
I'm looking to see if I qualify for LARSA's.
Well, let's check for you. 160467.
And welcome back.
I'm sorry?
And welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. I know it feels like I've been gone forever, huh?
Yes.
All right, let's go here. So
where did she go? Oh, she had to do her thing.
Yeah, I did. Well, we had planned it usually twice a year. I usually take a trip like that. So I usually go in November, and then we always go in February, January or February, but usually try and make it in February. It splits up the year a little bit, or the winter time. And so, so we did that, and we didn't do anything special other than just kicking back and relaxing. We didn't do a lot of excursions. We just went to the beach, just enjoyed our fun time, played some bingo. Yeah, it was good.
Have fun. The main thing is having fun.
Amen, brother. That's exactly what it was. All right, so we're looking to see if we've got a LARSA's that we qualify. Let's see here. I don't see one in the last 30, so that right now is a 10 for 6. You can pick it up for 4. Is there anything else you'd like?
No, that'll be it tonight, Leah. I know you're ready to get off, but if I can I give a special shout-out?
Of course you may. Who would you like to shout out to?
Don't laugh, girl, but I want to give a shout-out to Dr. Walker, the caller from Alaska.
I know.
Hello, Alaska. You guys have the last frontier, and I love Alaska.
You know what? That's so sweet. Wasn't that fun? What a surprise.
Yes, and I gotta give it to them people. You gotta be tough to live out there.
Amen. And, I wonder. Dr. Walker, if you're listening, we might have to get you back on the show next week, because I could have asked a ton of questions, a show's worth of questions. The culture shock. Yeah, so we'll have to do that, Dr. Walker. Next time I'll do a shout out to you and get you back on. All right, thanks, Jose. We'll put it as a charge and hold. And Jose, what are our new hours of the Redemption Center?
Man, let me see. I think 3 to 6.
Nope, 12 to 3, Monday through Friday.
Okay, 12 to 3. Leah, I know you're feeling bad, but my thing is eat oranges and drink a lot of water.
That's the vitamin C. I agree with you 100%. And
it's 100% vitamin C, and don't drink orange juice, because that's all sugar.
No, I agree with that. This stuff that I have, it's called Gator Fit, and it is no sugars added, no artificial sweeteners, no added colors, and it's got vitamin A and C and watermelon, strawberry, all fresh flavored, and it's got all of your electrolytes in it. So,
don't believe that. Don't believe that. Drink water and oranges.
Don't believe that. I think, well, the vitamin C, I can agree with you 1,000%, Jose. All right. Well, thanks so much. I'm going to add that to my tips. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. God bless everybody.
All right.
Be safe.
Bye-bye, honey. 847-931-1410. Hello, caller. Can I get your key tag number?
101501.
How are you today?
Good. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. I don't know if someone mentions it or not, but it seems like vapor. It might not be a cold thing, but it always makes you feel better.
You know what? I mentioned this. I don't know if you were listening, Roy, to the start of the show, but that was our go-to when we were kids. Our go-to was our dad would just fill your whole chest up with Vicks Vapor Rub, because if you were stuffed up, all of a sudden it cleared your sinuses, and it must do something about penetrating the skin that it just makes your chest, it's a feel-good kind of thing. My dad even just put it underneath our nose, if you had to just be able to breathe. But I still think that's a wonder. There's got to be a reason it's been around for so long, right?
Correct.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Roy. I appreciate it. Is there anything else I can help you with, my friend?
Well, the last caller mentioned Larsa's, and I'd like to give a shout out to them.
Please.
Both those places, the Big Skillet and the other, they seem to have a really good relationship. And my gosh, the portions at each place, like if you sat there with a group and somebody says, well, I want, because when they give you both menus when you sit down.
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So I won't take any more airtime. But if I, do I qualify for a LARSA?
You know what? If you don't mind holding a second, I'm going to sign off. I'll look it up for you. Do you mind holding a second?
No, no worries.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to say goodbye and good night to everybody. Thank you so much for putting up with my first night back with the new system. So excited about the changes. I hope you guys are as well. Stick around. We'll have more great savings. We'll be back tomorrow. Again, Redemption Center Monday through Friday from 12 until 3. Brand new show hours Monday through Friday from 3 until 6. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back with one-on-one, 11 o'clock. See you then.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 6 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. By Sky Rizzi. Explore proven results with Sky Rizzi. In Kane County, school enrollment may be going down, but far from that trend, the count of homeless students has stayed steady. This year alone, 2,600 students registered as homeless, with the Elgin School District U46 witnessing the most enrollments. Under the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act, these students are guaranteed support to help them access education. The Elgin City Council met last night with the Committee of the Whole and the City Council agendas, both on the social media pages for the City of Elgin. Meanwhile, if you missed last night's meeting, you can still watch it. It's on the City of Elgin YouTube channel, youtube.com/City of Elgin. The City of Elgin thanking volunteers and city crews who turned out for Elgin's right-of-way cleanup initiative, which began this week. The annual initiative led by the Land Division Management Division and is part of the city's spring cleaning efforts. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy?
Totalmente.
And you get unlimited 5G data, $25 a line for 4 lines on the unlimited plan, at an amazing price with no contracts. Should you switch to Total by Verizon? Definitely.
Totalmente.
Find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Monthly rate when you activate without a pay, plus taxes and fees. Discount begins the month after you enroll. Additional terms apply. See website for data management practices.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead in line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
I am Brenda Rogers, Democratic candidate for Kane County Recorder. I am asking for your vote on March 19th. 2 things among many that I want to do is to stay abreast of technology, making sure that the website is user-friendly, making sure that our residents are aware of the services offered to them, especially our seniors and military veterans. Vote Brenda Rogers, Kane County Recorder, paid for by citizens to elect Brenda Rogers.
Hey there, this is Marky B from the First Shift Morning Show, and on my show, I try to make local movers and shakers feel comfortable when they join me for interviews, like Sherry Blazier of the Elgin History Museum.
I think I need to note to you that I just looked at my mood ring, and it is perfectly purple, which means I'm very happy and content and sailing along. I figured if I immersed myself in the accoutrements, I would be in the mood for this.
Huh. Accoutrement? Is that what you said?
Accoutrement.
What she said. Just join me mornings from 6 until 10 a.m. right here on WRMN.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The White Sox and Bears reportedly have talked about teaming up in what's being called a financing partnership as both teams look to build new stadiums and will likely have their hands out for public tax subsidies. The NHL trade deadline is looming. The Blackhawks will likely make some moves with the team in the basement of the Central Division standings. Some of the high-value targets that remain include Tyler Johnson. He won a Stanley Cup with Tampa Bay. Colin Blackwell and Ryan Donato could also draw some interest. The Blackhawks snapped a 22-game road losing skid with a win on Tuesday night at Phoenix. They head back to the East Coast and visit the Capitals this Saturday night. The Bulls beat the Jazz 119-117 last night. DeMar DeRozan had 29 points. Chicago remains in the hunt for a playoff spot. They've won 2 in a row. They're 9th in the East with a 2-game advantage over 10th place Atlanta. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my Cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial. Must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Picture this. It's Saturday morning and you're on your John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground on your new landscaping project. Next, you're moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever. And now, you're enjoying the warmth of the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand everything you can do with a John Deere compact tractor, you just have to get in the seat.
You never know what you might hear in the morning on the first shift with Marky B and friends. And for many years now, Mark's best friend on the radio has been his radio partner, Larry Jones, who joins him Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. And they really do seem to get along swell.
The summer just got away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We look forward to summer for so long.
I don't think I want to live like somewhere where it's never cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe have 9 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9 months summer, 3 months winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about a 7-2-1-2 split?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 7 months of summer.
Yeah.
2 fall, 1 winter.
Yeah.
So we can have that taste of winter and Christmas.
You know, that's not a bad formula, Mark.
Yeah.
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 News, weather, traffic, sports, and local information and entertainment in the Fox River Valley. It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.